today. What else is new, right? Like, you know how it is. Hi, everybody over on YouTube. We're playing Penelope Pendrick and the Art of Deceit. We are doing like a kind of a New Game Plus type of a scenario. What am I trying to say? We're playing it on the harder mode, and it's our second playthrough. We finished it yesterday, and then we immediately launched into our second playthrough because I thought, hey, it took me forever. How quickly can I do it if I'm not constantly going down the wrong path? We'll see what happens. So here we go. And you let me know what you think. Exciting music. Day 2, 1 p.m. Load. Okay. I think everything is good and great and wonderful. Let's look at our notes, because we've got a note here. I take my own notes. Yeah, that's right. I take my own notes. I don't need a checklist. What is Gerald's list of books trying to say? Okay, so that's where we're at. What time of day is it? 1:14 p.m. Have we spoken to Stacy a second time yet? Perhaps not. Let's try. Oh, she needs some help with some homework. Okay, this one here, I love. Here's the notes. The bathroom cannot have windows. The cubicle space is larger than 500 square feet. The break room needs water hookup. Okay, just with those three, I'm going to make some initial guesses. The bathroom can't have windows, but it has to have water. The break room has to have water. And by process of elimination, the boiler room has to have water. Okay. The cubicle space has to be larger than 500 square feet. Let's try this for the cubicle space. We'll see what happens with that. Okay. The janitor closet is smaller than 200 square feet. The storage access is through another room. Okay. So, storage access is through another room. That's this. And janitor's closet is a teeny tiny room. So that's that. Conference room needs to be at least 30 feet away from the stairs. Mail room is next to an exit. So, here's the stairs. I think conference room is here, and this is an exit, so mail room is here. Okay. Private office has the same door detail as the copy room. Private office has window detail type Q. Okay, so window Q and same door. So private office, copy room, and then let's put the reception here at the front.
Got it.
All right.
Nice. Decent work. That's one less assignment to deal with. Whew.
One less assignment to deal with.
Now, what do you want?
I'm going to ask you all of these things. Did you know that this apartment was supposed to be demolished in the 60s?
Did you?
Should I be surprised?
There was a big collapse, and a bunch of people were hurt. The city condemned the building, but I don't know what happened after that.
Okay.
Bureaucracy at its finest. Building is falling apart, people are in danger. Just throw that demolition order in that big pile of paperwork over there, and maybe we'll get to it 70 years later.
I don't know. It's not like this is LA with thousands of buildings to keep track of. Seems hard to overlook.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who owns this building? The city, or do you think we're safe here?
Do you know who...
Who knows? But whoever it is really wants to fix the place up.
Yeah, I noticed the construction materials and fresh paint.
They're trying their darndest to get this turd polished. What I'm worried about is them classing this place up and right out of my price range. They already raised the rent last year. I have a love-hate kind of thing going on with living here. On one hand, it's a crumbling pile of mold, but on the other hand, it's so fun to complain about.
Understandable.
Do you have to live here?
Yes, I do. It's the only apartment I can afford close enough to school.
Makes sense.
Penelope, I'm going to guess you've never been homeless. This is luxury in comparison.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear you went through that.
Oh my.
Don't be. It was brief and happened years ago. Keeps me motivated to finish my master's.
Well, if you ever need anything.
I'm fine now, drop it.
Okay. Where do you go to school?
Where do you.
The National Academy of What's It to You?
Ha ha. I'm just curious.
Typical. I go to North Oakford University. Go Redbuds! Yes, the school mascot is a tree.
Yeah, but trees are cool. What are you studying? Do you like it there?
Engineering. Architectural. I have a bachelor's already, but getting a master's should really set my future up on the right path.
Cool, cool, cool.
It's a pretty intense program, but no pain, no gain, right?
Do you like it there?
Do you like it?
I'm not there for the social scene or the extracurriculars, if that's what you're asking. I like that I can show up for classes, get some cash working part-time at the cafeteria, and leave.
Fair enough.
The
fair
sooner
enough.
I get back here, the sooner I can get going on schoolwork. And crying.
Fair enough. Maybe you could let yourself have a little fun.
Oh.
Ew, no. I'm not some 18-year-old freshman who has no idea what they're doing in life and just wants to get drunk with strangers. I'm literally a grown woman with work to do.
I meant, like, go to a football game or something.
Oh. Sounds boring.
Okay. Moving right along. Have you ever been to Novel Books?
Have you?
Once or twice. I got a tip from someone at school to order textbooks through there, because the owner gets good deals.
Good news. What was it like? Do you remember seeing a middle-aged guy with a prosthetic arm?
The deals? Great, actually. I didn't have to sign a contract to sell the rights to my firstborn child, unlike the school bookstore.
I meant the store.
Oh, right.
Oh. Would have been nice if it was less crowded. Too many people there for my taste.
Okay.
Can you describe in detail your interactions with Gerald Cook?
He was friendly. Talkative. When he gave me my books, he seemed really curious about my schooling. He said if I ever wanted to talk more about it, let him know. I never really took him up on that.
Fair.
Gerald really is a man of many interests.
Sure seems like it.
Okay. Do you remember seeing a middle-aged guy with a prosthetic arm?
Do you remember?
No. It was kind of crowded, though, so who knows?
Have you been to the art gallery Bold Depictions?
Have you ever?
No. I don't think I've ever set foot in an art gallery or museum in my entire life. Except maybe to use their bathroom.
Not really an art person?
I can appreciate talent as much as the next guy. But to me, most art just looks like tax evasion.
Okay, I'm going to just say this as an aside. An engineering, especially an architectural engineering student, not having ever gone to a museum is potentially not a great idea. She should go to museums, is what I'm saying. You don't have a favorite style of art or anything? Have you ever heard the name Colin Ellison? Oh, okay. It's the squared off one, so I can ask both of these.
You don't.
You know what? I admire good design. I know it's not art exactly, but one of my professors describes design as a beautiful solution. I like seeing problems solved in a clever and pretty way.
Yeah, me too.
Which is exactly why my major is what it is.
Seems legit. Have you ever heard the name Colin Ellison?
Have you?
Yeah, actually I think I have. Some businessman type guy, I think?
That's a generous way to put it. Do you remember anything else about the name?
I feel like I heard it on the news a few years ago. I can't remember any details.
If you have any sudden revelations about Mr. Ellison, let me know.
Oh, does somebody have a crush?
Thanks for
No,
making
I
me
do
throw
not.
up in my mouth. No, he's just a very suspicious individual at the moment. I did tell you I'm a detective, right?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Probably because all I've seen you do is chat up your random neighbor.
Well, you're not following me
Hey,
around, so that's your
Penelope?
problem. Right there.
Has anyone ever told you that you ask so many questions? It's insane, really.
Uh-huh. Okay, bye. Thanks, by the way. Okay. Let's go. Actually, we talk to her one more time? I wonder if I can talk to her one more time. Okay. Can we talk to you again? Yes.
I found what I needed in the back. Thanks for the key.
Gerald has quite the collection of objects.
Gerald has quite the...
That's what decades of travel souvenirs looks like. A room in need of a yard sale. Gerald described his stuff as a collection of memories. He said it was there for if he ever started to forget.
I bet everything back there has a good story behind it.
Maybe not everything. There's a lot of junk masquerading as something that could be useful someday.
Okay. Do you know anything about the spooky animatronic back there?
Do you know...
Only that it's Gerald's pride and joy. He'll tell you how he was at the big carnival blowout sale extravaganza and couldn't pass up an amazing deal. If you ask me, $300 is $300 too expensive for a broken carnival game.
What does he find so appealing about it?
The fact that we're talking about it right now, it's a conversation piece. And according to him, it has lots of fun prizes. As soon as he got it working, he kept nagging me to play it. He acted like you could win the secrets of the universe or something. I've never tried it.
The secrets of the universe, huh? If Gerald really thought it was so interesting, I should go check it out.
You should. Can you tell me more about Gerald's travels? It seems like he's really been around.
Can you...
He was never clear on the timeline, but he would mention different countries here and there. I also wonder if he served when he was younger, which is one way to see the world.
That's true. Did he ever share any stories? What makes you think that he served? I'm going to do what makes you think that he served.
I have never met anyone with as strong of an anti-war sentiment as his. He would be the perfect age to have grown up a hippie, but it seems to go beyond that. When the topic comes up, there's this rage in his eyes that's so incredibly unlike him. And if not rage, it's sadness.
Could he be struggling with some kind of PTSD?
Interesting.
It was a natural thought, but there isn't any evidence.
Okay, what book are you reading?
What book are you reading?
The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Ever read it?
I believe that book is on my list of books that I need to look at. Let me double check here. Hang on. Yes, chapter 12. Yeah, I read it a few years back.
Let me pick your brain then. The painter of Dorian's portrait, Basil Hallward. What would you say he represents?
Dorian's moral compass, the societal expectations upon Dorian, the instigator of Dorian's downfall, the holder of Dorian's fate. I'm going to say instigator of Dorian's downfall.
The instigator of Dorian's downfall.
No, I don't think that's it. There wasn't much allusion to that in the book. Anyways, thanks for humoring me. It's hard to pass up an opportunity to talk literature.
Thanks for talking.
You didn't
Never
really
a problem.
talk literature with me so much as hear my thought and immediately dismiss it. So, how dare. Anyway, I have read that a billion years ago. Okay, let's go back into the back room and take a look at that thing again. Okay. My goodness, I need to deal with my allergies every time. Okay, yeah, no, it's not working at all, right?
I need a coin.
I put in a coin already. We are stuck. Alrighty. Let's go and see if we can have any new conversations at the art gallery.
Oh, it's you. Penelope, right?
Yes.
I wanted to apologize for how I acted before. I know
Yeah,
he's
you
just a
should.
kid. I was way out of line.
Yeah, you darn right you were. Apology accepted. I get that it's a lot easier to notice your mistakes in retrospect.
Oh, thank you. That's a huge weight off my chest. I usually prefer keeping the number of people who think I'm human garbage to a minimum.
Okay.
You keeping count or something?
When I'm feeling especially confident, I like to think I'm in the single digits.
But
Do
you're
you have
not.
some
No, I'm
time to
just kidding.
answer a few questions?
Yeah, good idea.
I don't know. As you can see, this place is flooded with generous patrons requesting my attention and handing me money. But I'll probably be able to pencil you in.
Thank you. What's your take on these 3 people disappearing?
What's your...
Take? I don't really have one. I know it's the hot topic of the week, but I haven't really been following the story. I'd probably be more invested if I lived in Carlisle.
Oh,
Okay.
you don't live here?
I live in New Haven. Hop on I-95 and it's a 45-minute drive across the coastline. I get that some people are into small towns, but if I had to pick, I'd prefer to have a skyscraper or 2 around. For the vibe.
Why isn't your gallery closer to where you live?
Why isn't...
The art gallery conducive warehouse market is kind of limited. But the drive isn't that bad. The GPS says 50 minutes, but with some expert driving techniques, I can get here in 35. 32 is my current record. Just remember, speed limit is only a suggestion as long as you don't get caught.
That is terrible
Uh-huh.
advice.
Are you excited for your cameo in the next driver's ed crash video?
Rule 1, don't get caught. Rule 2, don't crash. Easy.
Easy! Easy peasy lemon squeezy! Describe your schedule this past week.
Describe your...
Mostly the same as always, except, the visit with the children from the Black Lagoon. Get up at 9-ish, drive
Right.
over here. Open
Right,
at 10.
Right.
Hang around, answering questions from visitors and talking shop with art dealers. At 6, close it all up, drive home. Go to
Okay.
some local place for dinner. Every day of the week I try to eat at a different restaurant.
Ooh, yeah.
Anything but Mexican. I cannot handle spicy food. Then, meet up with friends, and we'll go to a bar or a club or something. If we're feeling tame, maybe chill at the beach or cliffs. If I get back to my apartment before 3 a.m., it's been a bad night.
Okay. So you are always out and about. Eating at a restaurant every day sounds expensive. Dang, I don't even have half your energy. How do you run on 6 hours of sleep? You don't like spicy food, but it's so good. I'm going to say, dang, I don't even have half your energy.
Dang, I don't even have half your energy. How do you run on 6 hours of sleep?
Huh? I thought it was normal for anyone under 50. I know a guy who only gets 4 hours a night, and he's fine.
He's
Yeah,
fine.
he gets in accidents a lot, but he has good car insurance. And his depression is minor and being treated. He's not any worse off than the rest of us.
That's bonkers.
I guess it's time to get my age checked.
Have you ever had any interactions with either of the other 2 missing people?
Have you had any...
Who were the other ones again?
Gerald Cook, in his late 60s, white, owner of a bookshop on Main Street. And a woman that they don't have a name for yet, in her 40s, Asian Indian, seemed interested in history.
No, I don't think so. Although the description of the woman feels kind of familiar. Or not. That could match tons of people.
Well,
I mean,
if
that's
you
a
have
fair
an
assessment.
epiphany at some point, let me know. Would it be okay if I looked around?
Sure, if you have any questions about any pieces in particular, just ask.
Will do. First off, what's this?
What happened to this painting?
When I opened up one morning a few weeks ago, it was gone.
Do you think it was stolen?
I guess. It was one of my best works. The thief has good taste.
What was it a painting of?
One of the cliffs overlooking the ocean not too far from here. I don't normally paint such concrete subjects, but it was a really nice spot. I hope the painting turns back up.
Mother Ellison, 2004. We aren't allowed to look at these 2. The past and the present. Solitude. Calm before the storm. Gossamer Field. Okay. A study in color. So we've got red dots on a green and blue-ish background, and then we have more green blobs almost on a red background. This is a little bit frustrating. Okay, here we go. Drifting Dreams, 2013. Hang on a second, that's interesting. It's like a feather, but then when you look at it even closer, it looks like it could be a shoreline. That's pretty neat, actually. Okay. If anyone is not in ads, but they're watching, I'm going to take a quick break. I want to take some allergy meds, blow my nose, and get coffee. I'll be right back. Hi, right back. Uh-oh. What is going on? What? Why did one of my monitors just shut off? Okay, it's back. Yay! Okay. I fixed it. Ooh, hello! Yay! Hi! Loose Goose? Thank you! Okay, J. Sixlin Sauna. That copy paste grade message was wonky. Oh, this happens. But hi, you guys. How do I pronounce your name? Jalen? Is the 6 like standing in for another letter? You'll let me know. We are replaying Penelope Pendrick and the Art of Deceit. Hang on, I should, well, no, I'm not going to bother pausing. We are on day two, I think. And as you can see, we are at, most people have been calling me Jalen. Okay. Jalen, perfect. I will call you that too. So we're at, we're visiting Colin's gallery for the second time. We talked to him. We were able to ask him several questions. He apologized for his previous behavior, and he then said to us, we can go ahead and look around. And we have been looking at the paintings. We are just about to look at this painting right here, which is Life After Death. Then we're going to look at this painting. Oh, interesting.
This painting has hinges.
This painting has hinges. Oh, Loose Goose, I know that you just were streaming for 100,000 years and that also you have some family stuff going on. So obviously my expectation is that you are going to pop in, say hi, and then get on with your day because, you know, that is how it is. And I do appreciate you popping in. I also appreciate everybody who came in with you. Thank you all so much. I am very grateful to you guys. Anybody who has to raid run, I totally get it. Go have a good rest of your day. You know, take it easy. Have a snack. Have a beverage. Go to the washroom. Whatever you need to do. I am just so happy that you popped in even for a few seconds. Yeah, I need to head out excited to hear how the replay goes. Well, I'm excited to see how it goes. Will I try that stairs puzzle or will I just give up before I even try it? We shall see. And this one is True Love. And he's got a lot of different art styles. Like this looks like it's oil pastels. But the way that oil pastels are made, they're like how they work is that they're like fancy crayons. And so you can kind of see that kind of like crayon-esque feel to this particular piece here. Anyway, keep that in mind for later. Oh, we didn't get to see this piece. Hang on, is there a way to get to that piece? It's hard to, like, I know we can't look at these two, but yeah, there's no turning button here. I would like to look at this piece right here, but yeah, I don't think I'm able to. Anyway, long story short is that he uses a lot of different media in his art. I haven't seen the beginning or middle of this game yet, but I just saw the end. We are, like I said, we're on day 2, so you've still kind of missed the beginning. But we're not too far in yet. Anyway, just a slight commentary that he's using a lot of different kind of media, like the type of tools that he's using to make his art, but he's also all over the place in terms of style. A lot of artists, before they're doing gallery showings, will have kind of like honed in on a specific media and a specific style for their gallery showings, and they would at least be showing collections together. So I think the first time I saw this, it didn't seem like it was an intentional choice for this character, but knowing what I know now, it actually really is. Like, at first I just thought, oh, well, maybe the person, maybe Julia, when she was making this game, just was like, yeah, he's an artist, here's his different kinds of art. But now I think that she had that she put intention into that thought. Based on what we find out about this character as we go on, which we don't know yet, so we're not gonna go there. Okay, so I just was at the bookstore. I'm now gonna head back to the apartments, and I'm going to see if I can talk to Stacy, which I am very hopeful I can, but it may be that I can't. Ooh, that's interesting then, if it has a deeper layers to it. I mean, I think, like, because when we find out more about him as a person, it feels like that was a comment on him and his art career. The fact that there was like so many different media, so many different subjects, so many different like styles of art, because there's like abstract next to impressionist next to like realism kind of based stuff, and it's very much all over the place in there, which is unexpected for a gallery. I mean, it's not unheard of. Like there are plenty of artists who span different media and different styles. Like, I don't want to make it seem like if an artist does 2 different styles or 3 different styles or 17 different styles, that they're somehow less of an artist. That's not at all what I was saying. But it didn't seem intentional at first, but now I think it was. Okay, we're gonna try the phone because we have different people we can call, which possibly will unlock new stuff for us. So let's go first with Eileen.
Hello?
Hi, Mrs. Davies. I just wanted to check in. There have been a few things I've been wondering about.
Yes, just
Yes?
like every movie and TV show. How has Terrence's mood been lately? How well do you know his friends? Are there any in particular that seem like bad influences? Okay, so I learned from somebody last session that you can skip dialogue by right-clicking. Because I read the initial question out loud, I've just been skipping the initial question. So when it cuts off, that's not the game doing that, that's me doing that. So, how has Terrence's mood been lately?
How has Terrence's mood been lately?
I don't know. Teenager-y. If it's going to be a good mood, happy kind of day, or an angsty, sulky kind of day, it's all a roll of the dice.
What kind of things put him in a happy mood? What kind of things put him in a sulky mood? I'm going to ask this one. What kind of things put him in a sulky mood?
What?
Oh, the usual. Having to come home for curfew, homework, anything school-related, really.
Does Terrence not like school?
I wish you could see how hard I'm rolling my eyes right now. No. Normal kids don't like school. Terrence in school is, like if you duct-taped a Pomeranian puppy to a chair for 8 hours and forced it to learn algebra.
Okay, so Terrence is not academically inclined is what we're getting from this. How well do you know his friends? Are there any in particular that seem like a bad influence?
No, not most of them. A lot of them are really sweet kids, actually. Terrence's friend, Tyler, who he's known since they were practically toddlers, was even thoughtful enough to get me a birthday gift a couple months ago. But I do worry that Terrence will start to become bored with his old friends, the good kids, and seek out more, excitement. When kids are little, life is simpler and they all share the same interests. Cars, planes, running in circles. But now a decade later, I see Tyler going off to compete in robotics competitions and Terrence not. I wonder for the future of their friendship. I don't know. I'm just going off on a tangent. Basically, none of his friends that I know would pressure him to do anything like this.
Thanks for talking, Mrs. Davies. We're working hard on the case.
You can call me Eileen. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Eileen. That's very useful. Let's see if we can call this John Branham guy. 3, 3, 9 5 5 5 0 6 6 8. Please answer your phone.
Branham speaking.
Hi, John Branham? My name is Penelope Pendrick. I enjoyed your chapter on Carlisle in small towns of Connecticut.
Ah,
Me too.
Carlisle. The gift on the cliff. Or the boar on the shore, depending on who you ask. I'm pleased to hear you found my text edifying, Miss Pendrick.
It's amazing how old the town is, unofficially. Or, the creation of the Strawberry Festival was such a smart idea. It must have really helped lighten the mood during those tough times. Let's do the tough times one.
Indeed. One would never suspect that the festival stemmed from somewhat contentious roots. For
Oh?
decades, farmers would set up stands on the streets to sell their summer yield, but as the town expanded and the use of automobiles became more commonplace, many business owners became frustrated with clogged streets hindering access to their shops. The businessmen appealed to city council to ban the farmers from the streets, and once the farmers caught wind, they fought back by setting up additional stands, some directly in front of shop doors. Difficult economic times made each side more vindictive until City Council came up with the idea of the Strawberry Festival, a designated time for farmers to sell their goods directly to the public. After peace was made between the two groups, they formed a symbiotic relationship, with the farmers selling to shops and shops selling the goods. And the townsfolk now had a yearly treat to look forward to during wartime.
You learn something new every day. Lately,
That's
I've been
really-
looking for some more background on Carlisle. Would you happen to have a few minutes to answer some of my questions?
But absolutely. Anything for an inquiring mind.
I love the little touches that got put into this. Like that whole story about the Strawberry Festival, like they could have just been like, yeah, the Strawberry Festival, it's a thing we do every summer. But like to actually put like an entire little story behind it is really, I appreciate that. Thank you, development team. Okay. The part that stood out most to me in the chapter was about artist MC Escher. Is there anything more you can tell me about his time here? Yeah, it is really detailed, Jalen. I'm really impressed.
The part
I always find it amusing how few Carlisleans know about this fascinating tidbit of information. It's unclear if Escher worked on any pieces during that time, but it's unlikely due to his health.
Do you think Escher made an impact on the town?
Yes and no. Carlisle was merely an unintentional pass-through on his way to more important cities. There are newspapers from that time and region stating that he had to cancel his lectures and was laid up in the area, suggesting that there would have been enough public knowledge to cause interest and speculation among townsfolk. But as I mentioned, this knowledge faded out over the decades, so lasting impact, I would say not.
Do you know anything about the family that housed him while he was here?
I know that they must have been genuinely good-hearted people, because they certainly didn't take him in for the publicity. During my research for the chapter, I was hoping to find more on these elusive people, but newspapers and reports all describe Escher staying at an undisclosed location, out of respect for the family, and to ensure he had a peaceful recovery.
Fair?
it ended up being a dead end.
At the time, yes, but to be honest, I gave up the search quickly. While it would have been a nice little addition to the chapter, I had plenty to include as it was.
This
Okay.
might be asking too much. But is there a chance you could send me some of these newspapers you reference, so I could do a little of my own digging?
You know what? I'll do you one better. You must be busy, because most people are. So when I have some free time, I'll reopen the topic. I haven't had a date with a micro-fish for some time now. Talking about this subject has reawakened my curiosity.
Yay!
That would be amazing. Thank you, Mr. Branham.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
happy to help. And please, call me Branham. Mr. Branham was my father's name. Although, he's been dead for 10 years now, so I likely inherited the copyright.
Okay, what else do you know about Escher's life?
What else do you know about Escher's life?
A warning in advance, this is a subject for which I only have approximate knowledge. Let's see. I know that he was born in the late 1800s in the Netherlands. I believe he studied architecture for a few years before switching to graphic design. Oh, here's a fun fact. Escher had no mathematical background whatsoever, but his artwork is so undeniably mathematical that it attracted the attention of Roger Penrose, a famed mathematician. You might have heard the name Penrose in regards to his work with the impossible triangle.
I mean, no, but sure. Is there anything else notable about Carlisle that isn't included in the chapter?
I could go into detail about the politics of the early settlements, but in terms of more recent history, it depends on what you consider notable.
Well, what do you consider notable?
Let's see.
That's
Here's one.
the question.
In the 1970s, South Point Lighthouse, one of the older lighthouses in the U.S., was sabotaged. This caused quite a few boating accidents and a couple deaths. It was discovered that Greenpeace wannabes had painted the spotlight green to protest overfishing. If I recall, a few were successfully jailed for manslaughter.
Okay. That's not what I was looking for, but that is crazy. Any more stories?
Wow, that...
Here's a wild one. There was a mayor in the 80s who refused to make television appearances himself, was a bit camera shy. Instead, he had his dog sit in for him during TV interviews and would just speak over a speaker system. Mayor Rufus. Yeah.
What?
And people say this town is boring.
I'm sorry. Yes, the Greenpeace types painting over the signal light on a lighthouse is way beyond extreme. The mayor who doesn't want to be interviewed, so he uses his dog as a stand-in, is interesting. Are there any places around town that are notoriously dangerous? Like, aside from the building I'm currently in that was condemned.
Are there...
You'd have better luck asking a local on that one. I don't live in the area, so I don't have anything to add in that department.
You don't live here? But you seem so knowledgeable.
Well, I don't live in Adolf Hitler's basement, yet I know a fair bit about World War II.
Fair.
Got me there. I think that covers everything. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yes, and thank you for giving me the chance to listen to my own voice. Call me egocentric, but it is one of my guilty pleasures. When I track down this mystery family, I'll give you a call. Good luck on your research, Miss Pendrick.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. Do you remember receiving a phone call from someone named Gerald Cook?
Well, the name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Thanks anyway. Talk to you later.
Okay, so let's see if we can talk to Sergeant Russell now. 5557283.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay. You got it, ma'am. So we were at the art gallery looking at the paintings. We noticed that one of them had hinges.
Not while Colin is here.
Okay. I forgot, though, that we didn't fully look
Not
around.
while Colin is here.
Okay, sorry. I would prefer it if the Nancy Drew games didn't let you call people who don't have anything to say. Oh, yeah. look, as frustrating as it is to dial the number and her say, I don't need to talk to him. Her saying I don't need to talk to him at least lets me close that loop mentally. Like, okay, I did try to call everybody.
I feel strangely violated.
People of Connecticut. Hartford mayor up for re-election. 10 best family attractions and events. New interview with small town artist Colin Ellison. Rembrandt exhibit to tour United States. Art and artists. A deeper look into Santa Fe's art scene and why it's so hot. Buyers support local artists in New England. Okay. Now this item, I can grab it, but I'm choosing not to right now because I want to see if something is different quite a bit later in the game. Okay, but so we have an intention to come back
Not while Colin is here.
when Colin is not here, right? Based on that. Okay, so just so everyone is on the same page, I'm playing like New Game Plus in the sense that I played through the whole game on Junior Detective mode. I'm now playing on Senior Detective mode where I don't get notes or a checklist. So where normally in the checklist there would say, you know, come back to the gallery when Colin's not around, we don't have that. We just have to know that we need to come back to the gallery, which since we've played Nancy Drew games before and we've played this specific and we've also played this, like, we've played this style of game before, we know we want to come back. So when will he not be here? After 6 p.m. Okay. So let's go to our apartment. Did we already try to see if we could talk to Stacy a second time? Yeah, she's definitely gonna not talk to us, right? Yeah. Okay. But it's worth a shot. We're gonna use our alarm clock and sleep until
If I want to set the alarm, I need to press the alarm button.
sorry about that, Penelope. Let's set the alarm for 6 p.m. And that way we can go back to Colin's gallery and break in. Like the miscreants that we are. All right, off we go. Doing a little B&E. Is right. Okay. Meaning you need an item that you do not currently have. Oh, we're just gonna be turning in circles, huh? How about this? Haha!
This could come in handy.
It could come in handy. Could come in handy to unscrew the screw on the faceplate of this. Although, I will say something. This here is like, is this called a Phillips head? And these are flathead screws. Riddle me this, Penelope. How are you going to make that work? Penelope's like, I don't care. I'll brute force it. Blinkety. Oh, I don't even have to do all four? Okay. Step, step, step. Okay, we need the rubber gloves. Oops, hang on. Wait, no. Rubber gloves. Okay. So, I already know the answer to this. There's a huge temptation to move a lot of these, but really it's just armed. No longer armed. Cancelled. True. Yeah, a screwdriver is a screwdriver is a screwdriver is a screwdriver. You got it spot on, Jalen. Okay. Now we can snoop around here after hours. What? Okay. Okay, so we have a dial. And we have a clue. So here's the grocery list. Onion, peach, cherries, or 8 cherries, pomegranate, carrot, 30 grapes, orange, 2 pears, cabbage, 3 bananas, pineapple, plum, 5 blueberries, apple. We are... Yeah, types and sizes don't matter at all. This is 2 pears, 1 plum, 1 orange, and I thought this was an apple, but actually it looks like it's a pomegranate. So, pears, plum, orange, pomegranate. 5, 9, 3, 4. Okay. So you have to click this to lock it in. Yay! So I did not know how to lock it in the first time I did this, and I was like entering the numbers and then clicking the reset button in the middle after it was just, I spent a very long time, and I tried every possible combination. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a page full of every possible combination that I tried. So yeah, I am happy that I learned how to do that properly. What do we got in here? A key card. I will take it. A key. I will take it. All of his money. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and we have some letters. Here we go. Michael J. Igo, Mitchum Gallery, Washington Avenue, Hartford, Connecticut. Yeah, I want to steal the money, Jalen, right? I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, am I right? Colin Ellison, Carlisle, Connecticut. Dear Mr. Ellison, I regret to inform you that your submission has not been selected for the Progress Connecticut Evolved exhibition. The selection process was difficult, and all submissions were evaluated for quality, originality, and intention. Unfortunately, your work did not fit our criteria. We thank you for your time and effort. If you have any further questions or are interested in making a charitable donation, please direct all inquiries to information at mitchumgallery.com. Thank you, Michael Igo. Okay. Okay. So it looks like Colin might have a tiny little smidgen of a temper. Michael Joseph Igo passed away in his hometown of Hartford, Connecticut on November 17th, 2015 at the age of 47. His short life was plagued by failure and mediocrity. His greatest lasting achievement is his 1985 graduation from Monarch High with passable grades and several participation trophies. His classmates voted him most likely to be forgotten after death. Michael spent his days drawing on the walls with crayon and pretending to understand the intricacies of art. His government-funded gallery housed many a pile of driftwood, tipped urinals, and images of stick figure families standing next to square houses beneath yellow suns. Fortunately, the cause of his untimely demise was also the downfall of this forsaken building. As Michael tried to comprehend concepts beyond basic shapes, the strain put on his 2 brain cells caused a spark which proceeded to burn down Mitchum Gallery with Michael inside. Michael is survived by his mail-order bride, Jenna, and his 2 daughters. He will not be missed. So, 2 thoughts on this. Thought 1, this is a valid journaling exercise. Like, if you have an amount, like, if you feel a type of way about someone that those feelings are, like, consuming you, getting them out on paper can be therapeutic. Okay? So I will say that this is a valid journaling exercise, provided that you are only doing this as a means to exercise that feeling that's consuming you, right? Like, because every once in a while something happened and make you really mad, and maybe you're like very mad and you can't let it go and you need a way to let it go. This is valid for that. However, it is also extremely, extremely suspicious given the circumstances of you being connected to some missing persons, one of them being a teenager who was rude to you in your gallery yesterday or like the day that he disappeared. So like, you know, we got a two-sided coin here, right? Could be just a therapeutic exercise. Could be that you're kind of dangerous. We don't know. Dear Colin, Jalen, you said, oh my God, about which? Dear Colin, I'm not sure what you were thinking when you sent me this work of art. This painting is of such low quality, I feel as if I could walk into any elementary school here in New York and find a crayon drawing with more polish. Quite frankly, I was appalled upon opening the shipping crate. Needless to say, I will be returning the painting and not paying you the rest of your commission. Signed, Juniper Bennett. So let's see what we got here. Here's a lovely photo of Juniper Bennett. It does make him extremely suspicious with that added context. Right? Yes, exactly. All on its own, this could be a therapeutic exercise. Combined with the fact that we are questioning him about missing persons, this becomes this does not exonerate him as a person of interest in the case, is what I'm saying. Juniper Ann Bennett passed away in New York City on January 29th, 2016, at the age of 63. Born and raised in the town of Cudchew, Iowa, Juniper moved to New York later in life in an attempt to appear important. This desperate plea for attention, however, fell on deaf ears. Juniper lived alone until the very end due to her insufferable personality and constant rank odor. Juniper's hobbies included buying things she couldn't pay for, yelling at teenage retail workers, evading the landlord, evading the bathtub, struggling to understand abstraction, collecting art from thrift stores, walking around aimlessly staring at the wall, picking her teeth, and dumpster diving. She was a woman of many talents. Juniper's sudden and gruesome death was clearly an act of foul play. A suspect was never identified, as an investigation would involve the police agreeing to enter her apartment. Her case was quickly abandoned out of lack of public interest. Juniper is survived by 3 ex-husbands and 2 estranged children. I think that the survived by part is like completely made up. He doesn't know these people well enough to know who may or may not be surviving, right? And it's kept in his safe in the art gallery instead of his diary or journal at home. Yes, exactly. Why is this in your safe at work? Hey, here we go. Mr. Ellison, I appreciate your proposal in regards to the painting in question, but I am solely interested in purchasing the painting titled Cliffside. If you would be willing to sell me that individual piece, I would make a strong offer. I do not intend to offend you in any way. The other paintings in your suggested bundle are quite colorful and hard to forget, but Cliffside is the most fitting to my personal tastes. I hope you will consider my terms and then we can talk price. Sincerely, dun dun dun, Gerald Cook. He's the first of the missing persons, you guys. I'm sorry. You're not doing much to make yourself seem innocent here, Colin. Gerald Theodore Cook passed away in the town of Carlisle, Connecticut on February 2nd, 2016. Can we just hang on a second here, real quick here? Gerald Cook. Okay, he went missing on the 22nd of February. No, sorry. He went missing overnight between the 21st and 22nd of February. I just wanted to see like how close to reality this fake obit was. Okay, so at least it's 20 days earlier is when Colin was writing this message. Thank goodness. So at least he didn't have the date right. Because if he had the date right, I'd be a little bit... like, I'd be highly more sus than I am. I am still slightly suspicious of this guy. That was a really kind way to turn down his offer, though. Yes! I know, right? He's like, Colin, I love that one painting and I would really love to buy it. I don't want to buy a bundle with your other paintings. And Colin's like, let me write you a mean obituary. His legacy bookstore, Novel Books, will remain as a perfect testament to the dry, dusty man that once was. Gerald was best known for his smaller-than-life personality, lack of variation in his daily schedule, and the ability to name 3 or 4 famous authors off the top of his head. Can I just say that this part here where he's like, he has bad taste and he's boring? He wanted to buy one of your paintings. If that was your most boring, most terrible painting, but except earlier today when I asked you about the painting that's missing from the frame, you said that was my best work. Riddle me this, Colin. Does this guy have terrible taste or not? A conversation with Gerald was often prescribed by doctors to patients suffering from insomnia. Gerald had a strong repulsion to anything beyond his bland field of view. He was often reported as jumping in fright at the sight of multiple colors next to each other, or when individuals with striped or plaid shirts entered his store. It is also said that once he didn't eat for 3 days because his usual route to the grocery store was under construction, and the thought of taking a detour was too unfamiliar for him to handle. Gerald suffered his end at the hands of a hard-boiled egg, whether by his own mistake or at the hands of an assassin. A tiny sprinkle of salt and pepper was added to his breakfast. The minuscule amount of flavor was enough to send him into cardiac arrest. Upon hearing the news, those closest to him were described as shrugging their shoulders and saying, oh well. He is survived by 1 daughter and 2 grandchildren. Life goes on. I would love to know how you know that he has 1 daughter and 2 grandchildren. Okay.
What did I just read?
I agree with you, Penelope. What did I just read? Anyway. I think Colin is desperate. So, looping back to why is he so mad about this? He's desperate to be like a well-renowned artist. And I think it's upsetting to him that he is sort of only able to sell pieces one at a time, piecemeal. Plus, I think that it's like this rejection, right? It came after he was rejected from a show from that one gallery, and then after a person who commissioned work from him returned it and refused to pay for it. So it's like a build-up. It's not like, I'm not excusing it or saying that he should react this way, but I'm saying, like, I can understand if you're feeling like you keep facing rejection, that like future rejections feel even more painful than the initial rejection. So I think that's where that's coming from. But then on the other hand, how do you have this gallery if nobody wants your art? Oh, we can finally look at this one. And it's titled Schizophrenia. We were physically unable to look at this painting prior to reading those letters. Game dev. Brilliant. That is so brilliant of you, because now I've just read those letters. I've got that idea of like, who is Colin? Is he the guy who seems normal and nice that we've been talking to? Or is he some kind of angry, rageful lunatic? And then the very next thing you let me do is like immediately I get to see the painting Schizophrenia. Really excellent work. I love it. I love it. In terms of thematic, yeah. Like, this is so good. Because earlier when I was in the gallery, I was trying to click on that painting and I couldn't. Right? And now I could. Yeah, okay. Can I look at these ones now? Yes, I can look at them now that he's not here. This is Escape from Progress. Okay. And this one is Summons of the Skies. I will say that I'm not, like, because he has like so many different styles of art, and some of them are more primitive than others in terms of like, I don't mean like, when I'm talking about like from an art criticism perspective or like from a style of art perspective. So I'm not saying primitive like it's bad art or it's lacking in sophistication or anything, but it's like there's a style that is more primitive than others, right? Like, because here he's got this still life that is very realism based, And then you have this, hang on, like this is like a bird on a, you know, on a fence or something like that. And then we have this like farmhouse that's very like, it looks slapdash. I know it, like I'm struggling to find the right words because I don't want it to sound like I'm saying if I were to see someone's art and this is the style of art they make that I think that it's slapdash, because that's not what I mean at all. But I mean, when you're comparing the different types of art and you want to describe the differences between this style and this style, you know, sometimes you have to use words that are like, that sound derogatory when really they're not. Because I don't think anybody who produces art that looks like this is literally slapdash. Like, I think that they are just putting just as much thought and time and talent and skill and precision into making this piece of art as somebody who makes an art that looks photorealistic. It's just two different styles. But anyway, what I'm saying is, based on that, if somebody saw this piece of art right here, right, and then they commissioned him to make them a painting, and then the painting he sent them was like, can I walk around or what? Was like this, or like this, I can understand them saying, hey, this isn't the art that I commissioned you to make. So, like, are people actually criticizing him as an artist, or is he just, he's so all over the place that, like, people are not following what the path he's trying to lead them down? Anyway, that's basically where I'm at with that. Let's go see if we can talk to the guy at the bookstore again. I will say this.
It's getting late.
Colin,
I should finish up what I'm doing.
Colin is the person I am most likely to want to
Nothing
go
yet.
on a tangent talking about, because it's just so fascinating to me, his art gallery and stuff. Okay, anyway, look, we got to talk to this guy and we got to get it done so that we can go home and go to sleep. Have you ever been to the art gallery on Ocala Street?
Have you been to...
Art gallery? There's a dentist's office on that street.
I'll take that as a no, then.
Okay, does this area have any legends or boogeymen? Are we thinking that a cryptid stole them? Penelope? Interesting.
Across the entirety of New England, you'll find people claiming to see puritanical ghosts or spirits of angry witches. We're not special. There was a guy around when I was a kid who would communicate with the early settlers. For a nickel. I wasn't allowed to talk to him.
Sorry. Did Gerald ever mention artist MC Escher?
Did Gerald ever...
No? That's an odd question.
I saw some of Gerald's notes in a book about Carlisle that mentioned Escher, and he seemed intent on learning more.
Oh, he does that with everything. He's a naturally curious fellow. Don't read too much into any of the specifics.
Mm-hmm. Do you know Gerald's middle name?
Do you...
I'm 95% sure it's Theodore. Is that all?
Thanks for talking.
Okay,
Never a
I don't
problem.
like that Colin had the middle name right. That's a little bit alarming, I will say. Okay, let's go to the apartment building. I don't think I can even knock on Stacy's door at this point. Even if she were
It would be rude
available
to
to
knock
give
now.
me more information. It's rude to knock on her door so late at night. But let's see if I can call the cops. 555-7283. I always want to make sure I try to call them before I go to bed, just in
Carlisle
case.
Police. Sergeant Russell speaking.
Sorry.
Hi, Sergeant. I discovered something big.
What have you got?
Remember our resident child hater, Colin Ellison? I may have found a way into his gallery while he wasn't around and took a look through some of his things.
Maybe.
I came across a series of fake obituaries written by Colin, describing the deaths of some of his critics. One of those critics being Gerald Cook.
Excellent work. I'm giving you a hypothetical slap on the wrist for entering private property. But I'm also giving you a hypothetical wink wink. Because if you're getting results, nobody needs to know. Can you tell me more about this obituary?
Colin took something Gerald said very personally and really lashed out in his writing. The thing that stood out most to me was Gerald's death date was marked as last month.
So Mr. Ellison had recent altercations with 2 of our victims now?
Yes. And since we're looking for proof of foul play, I found what looks to be a key card to an apartment.
Say no more. I'll search the database and see if I can locate his address.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll keep it on the down low. Oh, one more thing. Can you also look up the names Michael Igo from New Haven and Juniper Bennett from New York City? Just to check that they're alive.
I'll add them to the list and give you a call back if I find anything out. Keep doing what you're doing, Penelope.
Okay. Yes. I will keep doing what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, sorry. I got a little tiny bit distracted with something. I have talked to Eileen already today, haven't I? Yeah, because I confirmed that her son was not hanging out with bad kids or anything like that, right? I think this is going to go straight to her voice.
This is Eileen Davies' cell. Please leave a message or call back later. Thanks.
I love how she says, please leave a message or call back later. Okay, so we are now going to set the alarm for... It might as well be 10 a.m. I don't think you can do anything before 10 a.m. in most cases. I mean, we could go walk around the bookstore or whatever, but I think for knocking on doors or anything, it has to be after 10 a.m. So let's go to sleep. And see what happens when we wake up in the morning. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Excuse you? And I just went right back to sleep, I guess. No big deal. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry. I should have woke up in the middle of the night. I should have called the police in the middle of the night.
Very scary. I thought for sure I'd locked the door last night.
Yeah, that was extremely scary. Are you kidding me? Let's call Sergeant Russell and tell him about this. 555-7283.
Carlisle Police. Sergeant Russell speaking.
Hi, Sarge. I just wanted to call in and let you know that someone broke into my room last night while I was sleeping.
Why am I not more concerned about this?
I'm okay, just rattled. They didn't hurt me. They ran as soon as they noticed I was awake.
Well, that's a relief. Can you describe the intruder? Any details at all?
There was a human being.
Not really. It was dark
in a hoodie.
It all happened so fast. They were wearing all black and a face mask. But height, male or female, age, I don't even have a guess.
Understandable. Start today. I'm gonna send someone out to periodically patrol the building overnight. Zimmerman, you just volunteered yourself. This will not happen again.
Sounds so angry.
The last thing we want is for you to be in danger.
Thanks, Sergeant Russell. That does make me feel a bit better.
Penelope, keep your wits about you and stay safe out there. Always call immediately if something doesn't sit right.
Will
Always
do.
call
Thanks
immediately.
Keep doing what you're doing, Penelope.
All right. Okay. So, ooh, my phone's ringing. I wonder who could it be? Who could it be now?
Hello?
Miss Pendrick, Branham here. Though I'm happy to have caught you, and you'll be happy to have been caught, I assure you.
Oh, hi, Branham. Did you find anything out?
312 Hillcrest Heights Road, Carlisle, Connecticut. This is the address of the house owned by the Dutch family, who was connected with Escher in the 60s.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
There were no present-day names attached, unfortunately, but this will be a place to start. Before you go traipsing over there, whistling and with your hopes all high, remember that this was 50 years ago.
Yes,
The house
I
could
will
have
keep that in
changed
mind.
owners multiple times in those decades.
You're
and
right,
Very
it could have.
likely did.
Oh, I understand. No whistling for me just yet.
I wish you luck in the search for intriguing pieces of Connecticut history, Miss Pendrick. And please never hesitate to call.
Yes, I agree, Jalen. Why didn't she call the police last night when the break-in was happening? What? Can you imagine just closing your door and going back to sleep and not calling the cops? Okay, we need to find out who currently owns that house.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't even be able to get back to sleep after that. Yeah, exactly.
You again.
Have you ever seen anyone sketchy around the apartment?
Have you ever...
Once in a while, a peaceful meth head will wander through because the building looks abandoned. But they don't usually hang around once they realize they can't get into any of the rooms.
You've never dealt with any burglars or break-ins?
Did you get broken into?
Okay, yes. Or the night after, for that matter. The fact that we are not even going to leave this hotel, like, we're just fine with the fact that we got broken into, is bonkers McGee, because, yeah, I wouldn't stay here anymore. Okay. I woke up in the night with a masked person standing over my head. No, bed. That says bed. No, it just seems like something that would happen here. Do I play my cards close to my chest, or do I be honest? I did this last time, so let's do this time.
No. It just seems like something that would happen here.
Not in my experience, personally. People who want to steal stuff are normally looking for bigger fish.
This is true. You're an engineer, right? Would you know how to fix an old machine?
You're an engineer.
Engineering is a very broad field, you know. What kind of old machine?
It's an animatronic type carnival game.
I have so many questions, but let's just focus on this one. How is it broken? Like, it won't turn on, it's on but won't move.
It won't turn on. It eats your nickel and then doesn't do anything.
Assuming there's nothing wrong with the power cord, your best bet would be to check the back for some kind of panel. If you can look inside, the problem will be much clearer.
That's fair. Yes, I like that she's an engineer, so and that she has like a curiosity. So you mention it, and she's like, and then she's like, okay, but yeah. I was wondering, what do you know about the town of Carlisle? Any history? Anything unique? Anything dangerous?
I was wondering...
It's a town. It's an old town. The only unique thing about it is that it's not dangerous at all.
So there's nothing you've heard about the town's past that stands out? Like famous battles that took place here, cool landmarks, famous guests?
George Washington was here. Probably. He got around. Ugh, I know literally nothing about this town, and have no desire to change that.
Okay,
Fine,
I'm just
fine.
looking for anything local that could cause 3 people to disappear. Bye.
Don't drink the tap water.
That's a weird warning. Okay, so we now have a clue for that machine at Gerald's store. So let's go check that out. Okay. And I think there's going to be an ad starting very soon. And when the ad does start, I'm going to actually take a quick break. So we won't miss anything. I'm going to pause the game and everything. So I'm just letting you know. For anyone who that might impact. Alright. Insert screw into either plus or minus to add or subtract. All numbers must have one screw, and the total must equal 20. Well, let's go get some screws. Okay. Right. I got the dishwasher mostly loaded. We're heading back to the apartment building because we know where there's a box of screws there. Oh look, there was a cookie crumb on my face. I was just thinking about Colin and how I spent a whole lot of time kind of talking about how he doesn't seem to have a distinct voice in his art. Although when I was talking about it, I didn't use that concise of a term. I just, while I was loading the dishwasher, that I thought, oh, that's how I could have phrased that in a way that would have taken way less words. Anyway. So yeah, we're back. We are going to head back to the penny arcade here. Or nickel arcade, I guess, really. Okay, let's see what we can do for this. So, each of these is either going to add or subtract from your total where you start. So, right now, each of these is adding to the total, which obviously is going to add up to way more than 20. So, for this puzzle, the easiest way that I have found to parse it is to add up all of the numbers to get a total of what I would have if the screw is in the plus position on all of them. So so it's 5, 13, 8, 18, 27, 29, and 6. And when you add that all up, it adds up to 106. Okay. So now, I was like, how do I need to do this now that I know that there's a total of 106 integers, right? Because they are either positive or negative, but there's 106 total. So I was like, okay, well, we know the one number we know that we need to end up with is 20. So I subtracted 20 from the 106 total, and that gave me 86. Which I then divided by 2, because if I take 86, divide it by 2, I will put half of that will be positive and half of it will be negative. Those will balance each other out. And then the remaining 20 will still exist. Which I realize, saying this out loud, it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I realize that the logic doesn't parse when I verbally say it. If you know what I mean. But basically, if I start with everything in the positive, and then I move exactly 43 over to the negative, we will be left with 63 positive and 43 negative, and then the total remaining will be 20. I know. Okay, so 43 needs to get moved over. So if I move 27 over, that's 27. If I move another 9, we're going to be at 36. So that's not going to work. If I move 8, we will be at 35. And I need to have 43. Okay, so I don't think that will work. You know what, maybe I'll leave 27 here. Maybe I'll start with 18. Okay. 18 plus 13 is 31, right? Yes, 18 plus 13 is 31. If I want to get to 43, I need 12 more. Okay, nothing adds up to 12, so that's not going to work. Okay. 20 and 18 is 38. And then if I add 5, that'll be 43.
Got it.
Yay! Okay, so there is... Yeah, so once I figured out that main part, like how the math needs to map, then it was a lot easier to trial and error my way to the answer. The first time I did it, I tried to figure out like I was trying to balance them against each other and stuff. It was very complex, and it turns out didn't work in my favor anyway. Okay, so now let's put a coin in here, and press this button to roll. Oh yeah, and I want to roll 3 ones in a row to win a prize. Okay. So it starts at 1. Okay, so yeah, it is creepy. So basically, this one I had to do trial and error. But if I click this, it'll turn it 1 turn that way. The opposite of 4 is 2. If I click this, it'll turn it 1 this way and 1 this way, which means I think the 5 ends up on top if I do this. Okay, the 1 has to stay on top. If I roll it twice this way, it's going to roll to 2, and then... Wait. 1? Okay. Sorry. These dice are not normal dice. 1 is supposed to be opposite 5. Isn't it? No. I'm an idiot. 4 is opposite 3, 5 is opposite 2, 1 is opposite 6. I'm so dumb. I forgot that the sides add up to 7. I thought they added up to 6 because I am officially losing my marbles. Okay. So if I click this, it'll land on 3. If I click it twice, it'll land on 6. But it needs to stay on 1. I think if it's on 1 already, I think this is where I need to go. So we'll experiment by clicking this. So he rolls it sideways. Oh gosh, no, that's way too much. Okay. Let's do that again. Yes, I know I am a loser. Thank you. Very kind of you. Where's my mouse? Oh, here you are. Okay. It is a shame that like half the paint is all cracked. It does make it look a little creepier than... Okay, what's this one do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. We'll leave that as a 1. Okay. If I roll it this way, it'll be a 4. If I roll it this way, it'll roll this and then this. Oh. Hang on. What if I do this? Okay. I actually have no idea how these work out. So it's more just like a guess. I'm going to be totally honest. It's a total guess. The 1 is on the opposite of the 6. So I would like it to just roll so that the 1 comes up and hope that that's right. All right, good enough. Guys, I would love to tell you that like I totally sussed out how those arrows work, but I really didn't. I just clicked them and hoped for the best.
What I expected.
Okay, we now have a spider. Okay. Now I'm going to use a clue in this shop to help me do something. So here we go. Little Jenny's spider. Once there was a young girl by the name of Jenny. She was maybe 6 years old and at the very most, and quite proud of it. For the most part, Jenny was a good little girl. She picked up her toys and cleaned her room. She was even nice to her 4-year-old sister Carolyn, who could be loud at times. There was only one thing that would always get Jenny into trouble, and that was cookies. Jenny loved cookies more than anything, even more than being good. The problem with Jenny's love for cookies was that Mother only allowed 1 cookie per day and never before mealtimes. The time was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Jenny's tummy was beginning to grumble for want of a cookie, but Mother would definitely not allow it at an hour before dinner. So Jenny thought and came up with an idea. The cookie jar was perched on the countertop in the kitchen where Mother was beginning to clang pots and pans in preparation for cooking. If Jenny could somehow get Mother out of the kitchen, she knew she could sneak in and quickly snatch a cookie unseen. But how to accomplish such a task? Once Mother began cooking, almost nothing could pull her away. Nothing except bugs. Jenny knew that Mother hated bugs in the house more than anything, and would stop whatever she was doing to dispose of them. Excited by her clever plan, Jenny ran up to her room where she kept her collection of toys and pulled the ugliest, biggest toy spider out of her toy chest. She then tiptoed into the back room of her house, which was used for storage. An old table
This
with
little
peeling
Jenny
plate.
gal is pretty smart.
On an old table with peeling paint, Jenny carefully positioned the spider next to her father's stack of old newspapers. Running frantically into the kitchen, Jenny shouted, "Mother, Mother, there's a spider, a spider!" Mother grabbed the fly swatter off the wall and took off toward the back room with a look of determination. With a lightning quick move, Jenny grabbed a cookie out of the jar and stuffed it into her pocket. Mother's returned a half minute later with a slightly perplexed look upon her face. Mother returned a half minute later with a slightly perplexed look on her face. "Jenny, that was a plastic spider." "Oh, I'm sorry, Mother. I thought it was real," Jenny murmured as a sly smile formed on her lips, and she clutched the cookie tightly in her hand. Jenny felt no remorse. Okay, let's go remorselessly take a page out of Jenny's book and go in the back room where we store everything to find the table with the pile of newspapers and place the spider on that table. Yeah, that's right. And then hello game. Hello game, I'd like to turn around now. No? Oh boy, game. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, we will tell this gentleman. Hang on, wait. Spider. Okay. We will tell this gentleman. Oh no, there's a spider in the back room.
Need something?
Let's ask him the other things first. Do you know if Gerald collects art?
Do you know if
If it's something that can be collected, then assume yes he does.
I mean, does he seek out specific pieces?
I don't know. Sorry.
I don't know. Did Gerald ever mention the name Colin Ellison?
Did Gerald ever...
That does ring a bell. Yes, he did. A month-ish ago. Gerald seemed slightly irked and said that he had a bad experience with this unpleasant young man.
Did he say what
That
about?
checks out.
No, but unpleasant is just about the nastiest thing Gerald could call someone, so it probably wasn't anything good.
So, I was in the back and saw an absolutely huge, terrifying spider.
So, I was in the back and saw an absolutely huge, terrifying spider.
Let me guess. You want me to go kill it?
Please, Mitchell. You would be a true hero. It was on the
Be
table by
heroic.
the newspapers.
And I thought you were a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man.
We all have our weaknesses.
Okay. Quickly. Oops. Okay, that's no good. I mean, it's not no good, it's just not the page I need. Oh gosh, I get stressed out. Okay, wait, is time stopped? Oh, time is stopped while I do this. So I need not panic. I gotta pay attention to this little clock here more often. Does that not go there? Oh, right. We're not, wait, we're not actually sure where that goes. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. This goes here, and this goes here. Okay, gotcha. Okay, not yet. Oh, this goes here. Okay, not yet. Oh, here. Right. Got it. Okay. And then one up here and this one down here. Okay, we're ready? We're ready.
Today I live for nothing and have love for no one.
20 years. Incredible. It's cliche, but it really does feel just like yesterday. The day that I realized that someone I cared about as deeply as I cared about you had the power to send my life spiraling into the abyss. I know you know this, but you took everything from me. I thought it couldn't hurt to send a reminder. People say things like, it'll get better with time, and time heals all wounds. But 20 years has not been long enough. My life is a shadow of what it once was. I think of the days I would spend filled with passion, feeling like a hero, or the days I would spend filled with passion, full of love. Though these thoughts make old wounds bleed. Today I live for nothing and have love for no one. It was you who took away my purpose and left me living only to exist. Oscar Wilde writes, memory, like a horrible malady, was eating his soul away. I hope your soul is gone, eaten through. I hope all you know is guilt. I hope I can take your happiness away until the very end, like you did mine. Okay, Mitchell, you seem to have some anger issues, sir. Okay. I know it's been a while since you left the force. 20 years now, right? But, oh, dang it! Okay. Maybe we have to look at his stuff first and then look at the letter. So let's do that. Okay. We gotta talk to him. I'm gonna skip through the dialogue
Need
this
something?
time, though.
Do you know?
If it's something that... I don't know.
Did Gerald?
Did
he?
No.
We're just skipping through because we want to get back to where we were before.
So I was in the back.
Let me guess. You...
Okay.
And I thought you were...
Okay, let's do this more quickly. So step 1, we need the number from chapter 12 of Dorian Gray. So 1, perfect. Whoops. Next, we need to, I know it's been a while since you left the force, 20 years now, right? But that's just another reason to stop by and visit with the boys like old times. Come on, it'll be a blast. And if it's not that, and if it's not, that's what the open bar is for. Also a key. So here's tickets to the firefighter's ball that he got. Then we have the letter, which now I have to put together a second time because I messed up the first time. It actually makes a lot of sense that you would do the letter first. All right, so he's got a letter here where he's upset with someone for ruining his life, for what he perceives as them ruining his life 20 years ago. And then we got the note about the fireman's ball that indicates that it's been 20 years since he left the force. So whomever this letter is for, it is probably relating to his the accident where he lost his arm. Right? Again, though, this could be one of those situations where he's written the letter as a therapeutic. You know what I mean? Like, although it does seem interesting that now we've found 2 people who have written angry, vitriolic letters. You know, just an interesting coincidence, or more than that? Oh, here, okay. Maybe this whole town is in therapy. Or they need therapy. Okay, here's the letter. But now we will be able to...
I live for nothing and have love for no one. Now's my chance to snoop.
I did, though.
Now's my chance to snoop.
Wait, was there more snooping I needed to do? Oh, okay. Wait, am I meant to read all of this?
Now's my chance to snoop.
What have I...
Now's my
chance to snoop. Yes, I'm seeing that. What am I supposed to snoop through, though? I read this. I looked at this. I looked at this. I grabbed the key. Huh. What did I miss?
Now's my chance to snoop.
Is it, though? Okay, what did I do wrong? Anybody have any ideas? I feel like I did exactly the same thing I did the first time.
Nothing yet. Do you...
If it's something that can be collected.
I mean, does he seek out specific pieces?
I don't know. Sorry. No, but unpleasant.
Yeah, me neither.
So...
Let me get. And I thought you were...
Okay. Let me see. The book. Okay. Look at the book. Oh, shit. Okay. There we go. There's a code at the back of the book, guys. Okay. 2971. Okay. I wrote down the code. Okay. Key. Okay, so that was my own fault for not turning the pages enough. Okay, and we're back here again. Whew! It'd be nice if we didn't need to do the letter pieces every time. Do we? Well, I mean, I guess because if I don't do them, then technically she hasn't read the letter, right? Because the game isn't going to be like, well, I know you looked at it last time. I was like, maybe I don't need to do this again, but yeah, no, I probably do. Okay, hang on. Alright. At least this time, when we're done with the letter pieces, we can just kind of be like, okay, good, we're done. Okay, this goes here. This goes here. Oh, okay. This goes here. This goes here. Oh, that wasn't exactly in the right spot. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. We this time, third time's the charm, guys. Right? Okay. Here's the angry letter. Okay. Blah 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 blah.
Today
And then
I
we
live
leave.
for nothing. And
Yeah.
have love for
So for
no
sure we had to put the letter together because otherwise she would have never. Okay.
Did you kill it?
Yes, I snuffed out a scary plastic spider. You should feel safe now.
Look, I didn't know it was
Plastic?
plastic, dude.
Plastic. You were scared of a toy.
Oops. It looked convincing from a distance. Not like I was going to get closer to double check.
Okay. What made you choose to work in the insurance excuse me. In the insurance business? Have you ever been married? Thanks for talking. So let's do the insurance business one first.
What made you choose to work in the insurance business?
No one chooses to work in the insurance business. It's just a means to pay the bills.
I don't think that's true. I think there are people who like working in insurance. Have you ever been married?
Have you ever been married?
No. What's any of this have to do with the case? You're not looking for me.
Just wanted some background. Thanks for talking.
Never a
This
problem.
guy's kind of cranky. I love this guy, right? Because he's like, what's this got to do with anything? Leave me the hell alone. And then you're like, okay, thanks for talking. He's like, never a problem. Like, are you sure? Because it sure sounded like it was a bit of a problem. Okay, but we have stolen a key now. Let's see if it's the key to Gerald's apartment. And while we're here, we'll also grab
Looks
this
like it's missing
lantern.
batteries.
Oh my. We should definitely... Hang on. Okay. Look, and then with your hands, add the batteries. Perfect. Okay. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Okay. Nothing to see here. Ooh. 2971. Oh. 2971, enter. Okay, we've got a Republic of Vietnam service medal. We've got some film canisters. We've got a Robert Frost collected poems. And we have
HVDB.
a piece of notebook paper with a post-it on it that says, his art is the answer. And then there's also some money in here. Right? Can we look inside? No. Okay, we can't look in there. Can't look in there.
This is fresh. Very fresh.
Can't click on the painting. Okay, no. Oh. A to-do list that says pick up order on Wednesday, ask Jimmy about car, organize February receipts, contact Stacy Leith. That's our neighbor girl. And this other one says, Carissa, when this letter arrives, hold on to it. I need you to do something for me.
Bad.
I need you to do something for me. If you don't receive a call from me on March 10th, it means something is wrong. Call 203-555-7283. This is the number for the Carlisle police. Tell them I've gone missing and there's ill intent involved. I don't mean to scare you. Everything will likely be okay. This is just an extra safety measure. It appears that someone is not happy with me. Have I come too far? Am I getting too close? All I can do is, and it's been cut off at that point. Okay. That's highly suspicious. How do you leave this area? Okay, there we go. Can we talk to Mitchell? Why was there a fresh apple core upstairs?
Mitchell, tell me the truth about what's really going on here. Why are you living in Gerald's apartment?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, don't try to put on an act. It's just going to make this take longer.
How did you find out?
I have my ways.
I have my ways.
I know it looks bad, but it's really nothing nefarious, I promise.
Is that actually the truth this time?
Bring me a
Let me
Bible
be
and
the
I'll
judge.
swear on it.
Let
Okay,
me be the judge.
Giving you the benefit of the doubt for a minute. Why?
Logistics, mainly. Since Gerald disappeared and I've been watching the place, it made sense to set up camp here. Plus, I'll be the first to know if he returns or if someone suspicious shows up.
I don't know. Some things just don't seem to track. There's gotta be more going on here.
What do you mean?
Why didn't you mention this early on? Your reasoning seems understandable enough. Why were you so quick to lie just now? You acted like I caught you actively committing a crime.
Why were you so quick to lie just now? You acted like I caught you actively committing a crime.
I don't know. Deer in the headlights?
What I'm getting hung up on is that you very knowingly hid that you had a key to Gerald's apartment from the police.
Yeah, they had to
They had
climb
to climb
a ladder.
ladders and look through the windows while you were right there and could have easily let them in.
Stop! Just stop! I was fired from my job, okay? Is that what you want to hear?
Sorry.
That I'm a failure and have to mooch off of a missing man to survive? Well, you've done it. You've broken me. Congratulations. I could
Okay.
sense it coming, so I was working 110%, hoping management would lay off. Didn't matter. They laid off, all right. I was out the door with my stuff in a box before I could blink twice. My lease was about to run out, and Gerald had been missing a few days at this point, so I thought, why not? If he knew,
Yeah,
he wouldn't mind.
Why not just move into Gerald's empty apartment? No harm, no foul. I'm sorry to hear about your situation. I doubt you would have been judged for doing what you're doing. Would you say Gerald's disappearance was convenient for you?
Would you say Gerald's disappearance was convenient for you?
You're disgusting.
It's pronounced detective.
Do you truly think, after everything you've learned about Gerald, that if he were still here, he would turn me out into the cold?
That's
Would
not what
he
I
not
asked you.
say, bring a con over and camp out here until you get back on your feet?
That's not what I asked you.
You know what? Let's just look past all this. Keep staying there. I mean, kicking you out isn't going to help the case any.
Right. Thanks. Do you have to report this to the police?
Your secret is safe with me, or I do still have to update them. Sorry. I have to update them. I'm sorry.
I do still have to update them. Sorry.
Hmm.
One last thing. What happened with your job? Why were you fired?
Plain
It's
and
not
simple.
because he has a
I
bad
hated
temper.
it. I hated it and everyone knew. I hated being on the phone all day. I hated the paperwork. The sheer amount of paperwork I've dealt with is otherworldly. I've had recurring nightmares about filling out paperwork. I couldn't even escape paperwork in my dreams. A small part of me was relieved when I was fired, but a larger part of me knew I now had a much bigger problem on my hands.
Do you think you'll be able to find a new job soon?
An office job? Sure. But then the cycle will begin again. I already see the paperwork looming on the horizon. I was made to be in an office like an elephant was made to be in an office. Just not compatible. Before you ask why I don't find something more blue-collar, take a good look at my arm. I'll never work a job like that again. I used to be a firefighter. I used to be a superhero for a living. The days were full of adrenaline, emotion, great stories, brotherhood, and variety. I could tell when one day stopped and the next began. I made memories that I could remember a week later, because they were about things that mattered. Penelope, after this, just take a moment to stop and acknowledge that you can spend your life doing what you love. Not everyone has that, and I want you to appreciate how lucky you are.
Again, just a quick sidebar to say the voice acting in this game is really, really nice. I very much enjoy it. Initially, I was a little put off by the voice acting for Sergeant Russell because I thought, God, this guy's like always at 11. But then I realized, yeah, he's the police officer in a small town with like a total of 3 people: himself, Zimmerman, and Vasquez. And they're ill-equipped to deal with 1 missing person, let alone 3 missing people. He is massively stressed out all the time, and that's why he's always on 11. So yeah, the voices are really good. I had some criticism. I wouldn't say no, not criticism, because I feel like that makes it sound like I was like criticizing. Critique. I made a commentary that was like a little bit like critiquing the voice acting way back when I first was playing this the first time through. And I claw that back because a lot of the choices make more sense as you kind of live in the story longer. But yeah, the voice acting is so good in this. I really love Penelope's voice acting. It's super on point. I think Stacy is hilarious. I think Mitchell is the perfect blend of like seething anger just below the surface, but like with a facade of calm. It's just so good. Okay. We should talk to Stacy, since we have a note saying talk to Stacy.
When was the last time you said you talked to Gerald?
Months ago by now. Why?
I was searching around his apartment, and in his trash can I found a note that said talk to Stacy Leith, circled in red.
What?
That's weird.
That's weird.
I'm guessing he never ended up contacting you.
No, not at all.
Huh. Well, let me know if you can think of any reason in particular he'd want to meet with you.
Sure. Now I'm all weirded out. This is gonna bug me all day. Thanks for that.
It'll bug me for much longer, if that makes you feel any better. I'll let you get back to your work.
Okay. I have like a tiny little dry patch on my finger that is causing me to, well, it's not causing me to pick at it. I'm causing myself to pick at it. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to Sergeant Russell about what we've learned about Mitchell and the apartment.
Carlisle Police, Sergeant Russell speaking.
I have an update about Mitchell.
Oh. I didn't know there was a chat, like a prompt. I thought she was gonna launch into it. Turns out he's been living in Gerald's apartment since Gerald went missing. He found the key to Gerald's apartment. Ooh. I could lie. Should I lie? What do you think? Should I lie or should I tell the truth? What would you do? Oh my gosh, stop looking at this. Tell the truth. Okay, we're gonna go with the truth then.
Turns out, he's been living in Gerald's apartment since Gerald went missing.
Meaning he lied to us about having a key.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
exactly that. His reasoning was that he was recently put out of work, so he figured staying there couldn't hurt anything. He said he didn't tell us because he was afraid of being evicted.
Good instincts being suspicious of him early on. Does he realize he was a major obstruction to our search? If he does, what it says about him as a suspect is undeniable.
At least, I was able to take a good look around Gerald's room, and I found something troubling. Crumpled in the trash was a note in Gerald's handwriting, addressed to who's pretty likely his daughter. The note outlined what to do if she didn't hear from him. He was absolutely in danger, and he knew it.
That is troubling. We need to focus on moving quickly and decisively. This timer's ticking faster every day.
I know. I hope we can find them before it's too late.
Every troubling note we find is one step closer to solving this case.
This is
Thanks
true,
for
thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, Penelope.
Alrighty, we've done that. Let's go check out that house. The one that Branham gave us the address to. And we might want to also talk to
I hope I'm
Colin.
on track here and not just wasting precious time.
Same. Let's go knock on the door and see what happens.
No soliciting.
I'm not here to sell anything. I'd just like to speak to you.
Okay.
I said no soliciting. Don't force me to report you for trespassing.
I'm going to need a different approach.
Hang on a second here. Guys. What? Okay, I have to delete some. Oh, wow. I will have to go through deleting saves when I'm offline because there's a lot of them to delete. Okay, so we just did a save. Let's try knocking on her door one more time.
I'm going to need a different approach.
Oh, poop. I was really hoping I could... Bang, 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 bang. FBI, open up! But we couldn't. Okay, so we have to figure out an in with this person. Meanwhile, let's go to the art gallery and see if we can say anything new to Colin. Hello, Colin. I read your mean letters.
Hi, Penelope. How's the case coming along?
Colin, you're highly suspicious and we are worried about you. Slowly, we're gathering bits and pieces of information here and there, but we're still waiting for that one big lead to rear its head. Sorry, I'm reading that not slow, but you know what I mean. We're making decent progress, got a few leads to follow up on. Let's play our cards close to our chest with this guy.
We're making decent progress. Got a few new leads to follow up on.
Sounds like you're going in the right direction. As long as that direction isn't towards me.
No! No.
Anyways, tell me about the mean letters.
I was wondering.
Being a painter must be a difficult profession, having to put your work out there for the world to see. How do you manage the stress? We already know he does not manage the stress. What do you do when you're not here? Do you do commissions or sell work at all? Let's poke the bear. I'm going to ask him this, and then I'm going to ask him this.
Do you do commissions or sell work at all?
I don't do as many commissions as I used to, but I'll still take on gigs from time to time. My main source of income is from selling at shows or from the gallery. I cycle most pieces I hang in here a few times a year to give people incentive to come around again and take a look.
How long have these current paintings been on display?
Maybe about a month?
Oh, wait. That's actually a clue, because that means this painting here was... this one here, can you guys see where I'm pointing? Anyway, that painting was stolen within the last month. That's good to know. Being a painter must be a difficult profession, having to put your work out there, blah, 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 blah.
Being a painter must be a difficult profession. having to put your work out there for the world to see. How do you manage the stress?
One thing that helps me is reminding myself that critics are a sad bunch. Their entire career revolves around finding flaws and things that only exist to make the world more beautiful. Like, what kind of person is that? Stalking in the shadows, waiting to pounce and insult your color palette? I swear, they can smell fear.
He's got that very viscous coffee in there. He's like shaking the cup around. All right. Oh, Jalen, I didn't respond when you initially said this. Like, I looked over and I saw you say it, but I was busy messing around with the saves. But yes, why don't we just go, I'm just looking into something. Do you mind if I ask a few questions? Yeah, exactly. Why are we not doing that? Je ne sais pas. Do the naysayers ever take a toll on your mental health? We already know they do. We know they do, Colin. That does sound pretty miserable, actually. Let's sidle up to him. Type of thing.
That does sound pretty miserable, actually.
Friends say that dealing with critics is the price to pay for sharing my art with the public.
This is very true.
What am I supposed to do when I want to paint a new piece? Stuff it under my bed? I just wish people were more quick to be kind than cruel.
Why did you become an artist in the first place? Did you know it would be like this?
I knew even the most famous artists had critics, but I thought of it as a status symbol before I lived it myself. But even if I had known what it's actually like, it wouldn't have mattered to me anyway. Ever since I was really little, felt like I could see more colors and shapes in the others. At the age when kids would say that their favorite color was blue, mine was ultramarine.
What a douche.
For fun, I would close my eyes and just watch the images form and change in my head.
Mm-hmm.
As
So
I got
you used your
older,
imagination
I became
for fun?
obsessed with taking the images out of my head and putting them on paper. This way,
You're so
I could share them
unique
with
in
the
that
world.
way. You're
So you
so
see,
unique in that
I really had to become an artist, or I would have been letting myself down. And I have to stay an artist. Otherwise, they win.
Your past self must be proud of your success. Running your own gallery and all.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it to get where I am today.
Okay, we're gonna interrupt the game again because every conversation with Colin just is a treasure trove of commentary. Like, my head is like a with all the thoughts I want to share. First one, Colin, stop being such a pretentious douche. You are not the only person in the whole wide world whose favorite color is a very specific shade of blue or a specific shade of any hue. So, you're also not the first person in the world to paint pictures in their mind. Are you kidding me? And you're not the first person to want to take those pictures from their mind and put them down on something concrete, whether it's paper, digital art, whether it's painting, whether it's building models, whether it's writing stories, whether it's acting, whether it's singing. Like, shut up, dude. Okay, having said all of that, this is a very human experience, and it is very humanizing for this character, for him to have this human experience, right? And it does suck that critics, you know, poop on you and make you feel bad about the like bearing your soul, you know, like, right? Like, you're taking a little piece of yourself, putting it into, in his case, onto a canvas, sharing it with the world, and then people are like, yeah, you're that piece of yourself, it sucks. Like, yeah, I get it, Colin. You are well within your rights to feel really bummed out about that. All right, moving on. What do you do when you're not here?
What do you do when you're not here?
After work, I'm usually out on the town with friends. Or if I'm feeling inspired, I'll go home and paint. Every couple of months, I'll travel to art shows or to meet up with business acquaintances.
Do you ever spend time in Carlisle?
Carlisle? For all those nights I'm craving a healthy dose of shuffleboard?
Not really your speed.
You'd have to slap a jet engine on this place for it to be my speed.
Oh,
Thanks for talking.
No problem.
Colin. Why do you make it so hard for me to empathize with you? Dude, you don't need to suck so hard. Okay, Let's go back home and see if we can, like, if we can make any phone calls. I am never going to walk by her door without knocking, just in case, because, like, I would hate to miss a dialogue tree or like to delay a dialogue tree because I just was like, yeah, and I rushed right past her room. It's the same with the phone. Like, if I'm like, I don't think I have anything else I can do right now. When in doubt, phone somebody. Phone a friend. Is she only a person?
Carlisle Police.
I
Sergeant
think
Russell
she is the
speaking.
only other person here, yeah.
Penelope here. Could I get some info on an address?
Local? I got a minute to spare right now. What you've got?
312 Hillcrest Heights Road, Carlisle. I need to find out who lives there.
Real nice area. Vintage houses. Not far from the ocean either. Here we go. Owners are Evelyn and Randall Burke. Wait, no, just Evelyn Burke. Looks like it was amended a few years ago.
Oh, perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. While you're at the computer, can you run a quick search on Evelyn?
Is this a new suspect or something?
Maybe. Okay. Short answer, no, just someone to interview. Long answer, well, I read in a book that the famous artist M.C. Escher was waylaid in Carlisle after his flight to America. He stayed at this exact house for a couple months in the 60s. I want to see if our current owner can tell me more about this. Why would he... If I am... Okay. The sergeant will be like, aren't you supposed to be looking into missing people? Why are you tracking down artists now all of a sudden? Anyway, for shits and giggles, let's click this one and see how he reacts.
Well, I read in a book that the famous artist M.C. Escher was waylaid in Carlisle after his flight to America. He stayed at this exact house for a couple months in the 60s. I want to see if the current owner can tell me more about this.
You writing a school essay? What's going on here?
If Gerald's interested in this, I'm interested in this.
If you see value in it...
I see you buried the
follow
lead
your
there,
hunch.
Penelope.
If we don't find a connection here soon, I'm gonna have to rein you in a bit.
Understood.
Okay, Evelyn Burke. Born 1972. No children. There's not much. Here's a newspaper article from 2001. It's a piece on the Strawberry Festival. Mrs. Burke, 29, stole the show with an excellent display of hydrangeas, dahlias, coneflowers, and zinnias. The quality of the plants was unparalleled by that of the other contestants. Mrs. Burke has been awarded gold for this year's Summer Bloom Contest. Looks like she's been competing in garden competitions all the way up to present day. There are plenty more articles like that one. There's a couple of obits too. She survived her father Owen's death in 2003 and her mother Claire's death in 2010.
That's plenty to go off of. Thanks, Sarge. Thanks for talking.
Keep doing what you're doing, Penelope.
All right. Let's see if that unlocks anything for the lady's house. But I do also, again, heads up that there's an ad coming up. And as it turns out, I'm feeling quite chilly, so I was gonna go grab a sweater when the ad happens, which should be in about a minute or so. Anyway, so when the ad plays, I'm gonna take a break. You'll know I'm back when I come back. Sorry, such a weird way to phrase that.
You again? What did I tell you last time?
Evelyn Burke?
Yes?
Right. Hi, Evelyn. I'm an amateur gardener hoping to become less amateur. I came across some articles that mentioned your name and your success in local competitions, and I wanted to ask you for advice. Or, hi, Evelyn. I'm here collecting data for the state census. Can I speak with you about your mother, Claire? She died in 2010, correct? We need you to validate some information about her. Okay. My suspicion is the amateur gardener thing would yield better results. My concern is it will lead into a back and forth that happens without my input. So let's Let's go for it, but hopefully it doesn't just like start a big long conversation.
Hi, Evelyn. I'm an amateur gardener, hoping to become less amateur. I came across some articles that mentioned your name and your success in local competitions, and I wanted to ask you for advice.
Oh, she peeked.
What
Look at her
zone are we
peeking out the
in?
window there.
Huh?
Growing zone. You really are an amateur, aren't you? What's your name?
Okay.
Penelope?
Okay, Penelope. Go prove to me that you've learned the absolute basics, then you can come back and we can have a real talk. You should be able to answer these 3 questions. First, which growing zone are we in? Second, what are the 3 nutrients a plant needs to survive? And third, what 3 pieces of equipment should every gardener own?
I can do that. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm back. I have a sweater, and I also finished loading the dishwasher and ran it, so that's good. Okay, so as I feared, that conversation actually triggered a back and forth that I couldn't, like, that was automated and I didn't control. But basically, Mrs. Burke has asked us to prove that we really are a gardener, and she gave us 3 questions to answer that a gardener should know. What are the 3 most important nutrients that a plant needs? What 3 pieces of equipment should every gardener own? And which growing zone are we in? So we are going to go to the bookstore to look it up in some books here. So the first book we want to look in is... Okay, so first of all, I am not from the U.S. and do not recognize the state of Connecticut by shape. So I'm going to remind myself what the shape of Connecticut is. Okay. I should be able to... It's like a rectangle with a little bit sticking out, and I know it's in the northeast. So let's go check that out. Okay. Here is the shape that I'm looking for. It's green, so 6. Zone 6. Enter.
That's it.
Okay. Let's see if there's any information in here about what plants need. All right. Gardening as a hobby boasts numerous benefits. Gardeners can attest to the positive impacts of caring for a garden. Can attest to the positive impacts that caring for a garden can bring. From the access to healthy, fresh, and pesticide-free fruits and vegetables, to the uplifting beauty of colorful flowers, to the physical and psychological benefits of spending time outdoors on a fulfilling hobby, gardening has much to provide. Many people reading this are probably thinking, sign me up! But slow down before you grab that shovel. There are some basics to learn before breaking ground. The first thing to know is that, like animals, every species of plant is different. Each flourishes in its own set of environmental factors, such as temperature, amount of light, and soil type. One key to successful gardening is choosing plants that will thrive in the area around you. An avid gardener must learn how to identify his region's environmental factors, such as soil type and sun angle. Woof. Soil especially is a crucial component to good gardening because it determines if the plants are getting the nutrients they need. Plants need a specific set of nutrients to grow and survive. The most important nutrients for plants are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Later chapters in this book will cover methods of testing soil for nutrients, toxins, and pH levels. Okay, well, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Water is another topic in which a gardener needs to be well educated. Water needs across plant species can vary greatly. Think cactus versus cattail. The best gardeners learn how much water their plants need and set up a watering plan accordingly. It could be the use of a watering can, sprinklers attached to a hose, or an underground irrigation system. Find whatever suits the size of your garden and the size of your budget for best results. All right, the next step, you know what, let's see if there's anything here about the 3 things someone needs. Absolute minimum. Okay, we're going to read from here down. Now that you know what plants you can and can't plant, it's time to start gathering equipment. The absolute minimum essential equipment includes a trowel, watering can, and gardening gloves. All right, here we go. Trowel, watering can. Oops. Oh my gosh, Aaron. Gardening gloves.
That's it.
Okay, we got it. Let's head back to her house and see if we can talk to her. Whoa, hang on. Okay. Evelyn Burke's house.
We are in Zone 6. Plants need nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And every gardener should have a trowel, watering can, and gardening gloves.
Good, that's right. Go ahead and bring me a flower from your garden, and I can look it over. You can learn a lot about planting conditions based on the health of the plant. I'll teach you what to look for.
Okay.
A flower from my garden. Got it.
Alrighty. So, obviously we can't steal a flower from her. Wait. Oh, maybe we can. Will she be like, that's from my garden, you liar? Let's see what happens.
What have you got for me? Did you just go and pick this from my front yard? How stupid do you think I am? You know what? Just go. You're clearly not taking any of this seriously.
I'm sorry.
Don't bother me again.
I had to for the lols. Okay. Try again. I'm sorry. I had to. I think we all know that I had to. Okay. Let's actually look for a plant somewhere else. Aha. Okay. While I'm here though, is Colin available to talk to again? No, okay. Okay. Let's go back to Evelyn's house, this time with a plant that we actually didn't grab from her garden. I thought that, I was like, imagine if that worked though. That would have been, I mean, I'm glad they don't let you cheese it.
Forsythia. Oh, lovely choice. I have a few bushes of my own. Come on in. I'll give your plant a look and we can have a chat.
Cool. Let me in.
I'm going to have to be very careful about what I say and when to say it if I don't want her to catch on.
Okay.
See how sparse the flower production is along the length of the branch? This tells me something is off. Plus, if you take a look at the couple little leaves at the top, you can see that they're starting to yellow at the tips. Leaves are great indicators of nutrient deficiencies in general, but unfortunately Forsythia does not have many this time of year. What I'm seeing here is a classic case of nitrogen deficiency. Let me guess, you're using low-quality mulch? And a lot of it?
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I would never do something like that.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
I know it's tempting to buy the cheap stuff, but it really is detrimental to your plant's health. Mulch made from waste wood will sap nitrogen from your soil as it decomposes. And also, make sure you're using a layer no more than 3 inches deep.
Thanks for the advice. I came to the right person.
Can you guys hear Evelyn's voice loud enough? I know that Evelyn's voice acting volume is a little lower than Penelope's, and I just want to make sure that she's coming through clearly. Just let me know in the chat. Okay, cool. Thanks. So how long have you lived here in Carlisle? Can you tell me more about the competitions in Carlisle? Evelyn, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't come here just to talk about plants. Well, no, we just said we had to take it easy and be... we need to talk to her in a way that makes her not suspicious of us. So let's ask about the competitions. We're skipping these two because those are a little too personal.
Can you tell me more about the competitions in Carlisle?
I always compete every year at the Strawberry Festival. The theme of the competition changes each time to keep people on their toes. There's a show at the Fall Festival too, but it's less of a big deal, meaning no medals. Where's the fun in that?
I like that she's super competitive. Also, I didn't say this, I don't think, even once during my first playthrough, but I love her crossover sweater. I love that sweater. It's a really cute design and I love it. How many years have you been competing locally? A goal of mine is to compete someday.
A goal of mine is to compete someday.
Get your nitrogen topped off and you'll be heading in the right direction.
Is the soil here on your property good quality? Where's the closest garden center from here? I think this is innocuous enough.
Where's the closest garden center from here?
If you head out to the town center, follow Main Street going east until you pass the library and craft store. Take a left on South Magdalene and just follow that road for a mile or two. It'll be on your left.
Well, thank you. You really know your way around.
I'd better. I've lived here all my life.
This is not... Okay. When we first got here, when we were talking to... I think it's the second conversation we have with Detective Russell. He's telling us about Jane Doe. And he says something about there not being a library in town. He says there's no library in town, but there's too many libraries in surrounding towns for that to be a viable lead. And we just got directions from Evelyn to get to the garden center by going past the library and the craft store. Anyway, this is just a thing. Is this your childhood home then? You must know the significance of this house then, correct? Wait, no.
Is this your childhood home then?
It is, as a matter of fact. I inherited this house after my mother passed a few years ago. I could never let myself sell it. It'd be like selling all of my family memories.
Had your parents lived here a long time? What kind of memories? You must know the significance of this house then, correct?
What kind of memories?
Birthdays, holidays, funny moments, the kinds of memories that every family has. If you're asking me to share my childhood memories with you, that's kind of personal, don't you think? Not something that I would talk about with someone I met 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm on your side.
You're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Had your parents lived here a long time too?
Same as me, but longer. My father and his siblings were actually born in this house in 1936, right upstairs.
Wow.
That's really cool. And his parents?
My grandmother was the one to have this house built after she immigrated to America at the end of World War I. It wasn't long after she arrived here that she met her future husband, an Italian. Ooh, how scandalous. And once they married, he could afford to have them this house built. Anyways, I don't want to cut our conversation short, but I need to head out in a minute. It's been good to meet you. Swing by again if you're in the area.
Okay, so
Thanks
have
for the chat, Evelyn.
successfully confirmed.
Oh, and Penelope, remember, nitrogen.
So we have successfully confirmed with Evelyn that this house has been in her family since it was built, which means her family is who hosted MC Escher when he was here. Okay. Let's go to the apartment, see if we can... if this unlocks any conversation with... might as well try Stacy. If it unlocks any conversation with Russell.
I don't need to talk to him
Okay.
right now.
What about John Branham? Anything here? Just in case.
You've reached the phone of John
rats.
Branham. I'm
Okay.
currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being important. So
Okay.
please call again later or leave a message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
Okay. So what have I got? I've got a sketchbook page that does not really give me a lot of information. I've got several items. Okay, let me just make the rounds to make sure nobody has any new dialogue before I before I sleep. Okay, so novel books. Any new dialogue with you, Mitchell? No. Okay. And Colin, is there any new dialogue with you? Yes. Ooh!
Hey, Penelope, do you have a minute to talk? There's something I haven't been totally upfront about.
Okay.
I was afraid to tell you sooner because I knew it already looked bad enough. But I said I'd help with the case, so here we go.
What is it? Do you know something?
I have had run-ins with both of the missing people before they disappeared.
What? Both?
Gerald Cook?
Gerald Cook?
Don't judge me, but my experience with him didn't go great.
Oh no, not again. Or what happened? Let's be cheeky.
Oh no, not again.
Well, it wasn't my fault. He basically insulted me to my face through a letter, but the letter was in front of my face when I read it. He was asking to purchase Cliffside, so naturally, I asked if he would like any of the other paintings as well.
Naturally, of course, that's
He
one
literally replied that he didn't want them because they were hideous.
Huh.
Okay, I've read that letter, and that is not at all what he said. But we can't let on that we've read that letter, but like, Colin, you need some rose-colored glasses so that you can see things in a better light. Did you ever meet him in person, or when did this happen?
Did you ever meet him in person?
Nope, I wasn't going to sell him anything after what he said to me.
Okay. You need a thicker skin, Colin, to deal with rejection when you are in a creative field. Okay. The missing woman? Are you sure?
The missing woman? Are you sure?
No, not 100%, but someone who fit her exact description was in here a few weeks before the news started going around.
A few weeks? Wow. Okay. Did you talk to her when she came in? What was she doing? Okay, we know she doesn't really talk.
What was she doing?
She was glancing through all the paintings, but then she stopped at Cliffside and was there for, I don't know, a good 5 minutes. She even pulled a little notebook out of her bag and wrote a few things down. I asked her if she had any questions about the painting, and she seemed like she wanted to say something, but then changed her mind. Then I asked if she would like to purchase it, but she just shook her head.
Did you talk to her when she came in?
Did you talk to her when she came in?
I tried. When I greeted her and asked if she was looking for anything in particular, she kind of just shook her head and kept walking around the room.
Well, that's
Okay.
her. It has to be. One of the only things we know about her is that she doesn't like to talk. This painting, Cliffside, just keeps coming up. They were both interested in it.
I'll say it again and again. It's my best work. I'm sad to see it missing.
Do you think one of them stole it?
Maybe. I don't know how, though. The gallery has a state-of-the-art security system. Broken window detection, door tampering detection, a pin-activated keypad.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. it's impenetrable fortress. Jalen said maybe she's mute. I think that is possible, but I also think that she's probably not the only person in all of New England who doesn't talk to strangers a lot. Like, I love that it's like, she didn't talk to me. That has to be her! The only thing we know about her is that she doesn't talk, as if she's the only person who maybe wouldn't want to talk to a gallery owner. Anyway, let's let the game be the game. Okay? Okay? We're not here to poke holes. Where exactly did you paint this painting? What a good question.
Where exactly did you paint this painting?
I don't know the exact spot. I just wandered along the cliff edge for a while until I found an appealing angle. There's a popular walking spot around the Hillcrest Heights area. No path, technically, but it doesn't stop people from walking next to the ocean there.
Oh,
Hillcrest
really?
Heights, huh?
Hillcrest Heights?
Yep. It's hard to get there without trespassing just a little bit.
Hillcrest Heights, huh? Isn't that where Evelyn Burke's house is? Is there anything unique about the subject matter?
Is there anything unique about the subject matter?
It's a cliff. They don't vary that much. The painting has grass, then it shows a drop-off into the ocean. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, before I forget. After the lady had left, the cleaning lady had found her bag in the bathroom. I remember she left in a hurry, and she must have never come back for it. There's another clue for you. I'll put it in the back corner by the men's restroom. Just a sec.
The lady left her bag here?
Her bag? Oh, this is huge.
I can't wait to start snooping. Here, let me show you my detective emote. Time to start snooping. Thanks for sharing, Colin. You really have helped us out here. I can't believe you kept this from us for so long. I mean, come on, thank him so that we can encourage him to keep asking
Thank you
us
for
questions.
sharing,
I mean,
Colin.
answering us
You
questions.
really have helped us out here.
Just paying my dues. Now, please, just don't throw me in jail.
If you haven't abducted anyone, you'll be just fine.
Then I'll be just fine.
Good, okay. You haven't abducted anyone, you're telling me. Alright, let's go through this first. Locate Ma's connections. Look through town records. Painting? Remember landmarks? November 22, 1980. What's the significance? I know I got a late start on this, but I promise, Ma, that I'll make you proud. Okay. Social anxiety management for on the go. Remember, people do not notice you more than they do anyone else. No one is judging the way you walk. It's natural to make mistakes when you speak. It happens to everybody. Be kind and compliment yourself once in a while. If you feel especially anxious, it's okay to step back and take a deep breath. Leaving the house or speaking with others can be seen as a challenge to overcome, and therefore a step towards improvement. You are not alone in this fight.
HVDB.
Oh, sorry. HVDB. HVDB. New exhibition now open to the public. The Southern Connecticut Museum of Art is proudly reopening its doors to the public this Sunday after a 6-month hiatus. Located in Norwalk, the museum is within driving distance of New York City. Management has stated that they hope to draw in visitors from miles around for this weekend event. 6 months ago, when the museum shut its doors and began construction, the content of the edition remained unknown. After a few months passed, it was announced that the subject would be MC Escher. Morton Q. Bradley, owner of the museum, had stated that management had big ambitions when it came to the exhibit and didn't want to release information until we knew it was possible. But possible it was, with the help of a few unnamed benefactors and 2 donation campaigns. The Escher exhibit boasts several original pieces, but beyond that is described as an experience. From tilting, dizzying hallways to kaleidoscopic circular tessellations, the exhibit is fun for the whole family. Grand 3D recreations of famous impossible buildings create mind-bending illusions when seen from the perfect spot, and guests can visualize a projection of themselves walking on staircases of all angles at once. The museum is free for all ages. Doors open at 9:30 a.m., but tickets for the day are limited, so arrive early. Okay. Here's a kitty. And someone lurking outside of this looks like it's the novel bookstore. Aren't those books right there? Okay. History means teaching, so it looks like I'll have to settle. Nibble-O. Now hiring. Data analyst position available. Here at Nibble-O, or Niblio, I'm not sure which, we strive to provide catering food experiences to those tired of standard meal prep kits. Our customers can live free from the burdens of meal planning, but with a huge variety of choices accessible to those who still waste their time grocery shopping. The world is our customer's oyster, or as we say at Niblio, trademark. The oyster is one of the main dish options to choose. Sorry, the oyster is one of many main dish options to choose from. As a data analyst for Niblio TM, you will be extracting data from each of our subscribers, such as most commonly ordered foods, flavor preferences, calorie intake, likely allergies, physical location, age, gender, likely BMI, religious affiliation, political party, places of work, and frequently contacted friends and family for marketing purposes. You will transform and visualize this data for us so we can better suit our customers' need. And then there's just a bunch of what you need for experience for this. But I feel like I don't know that she had the criteria to, and their social security number exactly. Blood type. Anyway. Oh, what's this? A glove with blood on it. Credit card number. Just the basics. Okay. She's also got a flashlight and a water bottle in here, but I don't think we can touch anything else in here. Okay. So, there we go. We've searched the bag, and we do not have any more dialogue options with Colin. So, let me go to novel books, mother's maiden name. Exactly. Just the basic information that you might need to, like, apply for a loan or... Okay. Nothing with you right. Okay, so let's check out the Rosewood Apartments then. Again, let's just make sure we knock on Stacy's door on our way by. Nope. And let's call Sergeant Russell, see if we can give him an update. 555-7283.
Carlisle Police. Sergeant Russell speaking.
Hi, Sergeant. I have an update. Do you have a kitchenette at the station? I'm going to recommend purchasing some butter. Maybe mushrooms, if that's your thing. And dig out a big old frying pan.
You heard it here first, folks. Penelope has finally lost it.
Main ingredient? Hat. Don't forget the deal you made. I find a lead on Jane Doe. You eat a nice, tasty hat snack.
You are really hamming this up.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Ham could be a good side. Mashed potatoes, maybe?
I did make a promise. I'll eat it later and let you know how it goes. But for now, is this true? What did you find out?
Colin made a surprising confession. He told me, unprompted, that he had encountered both Gerald and someone who fit the description of the missing woman before they disappeared. Gerald we already knew. Colin even admitted that they didn't get off on the right foot, so I think he's telling the truth about all this.
Yeah, we sure do.
But get this. Jane actually left her bag behind. Inside, there wasn't any really concrete information, but I do have some new clues to follow up on.
I'll say it once and 1,000 times. Great work.
Come on over here.
I wonder what Colin's motive is here.
Okay. Sorry about that. Cassie needs some snuggles. Okay. So, yes, I do agree, Jalen. We definitely need to watch him eat his hat. And I feel like that's a necessity. Hey, look, I've got this little emote here, see? Hugging the kitty. Maybe he's trying to make amends by being helpful. He probably knows we're onto him and is pretending to be cooperative to try to throw us off his trail. Let's do the make amends thing.
Maybe he's trying to make amends by being helpful.
That's a positive take on someone who met all our victims, was vindictive towards 2 of them, and just revealed now he's been hiding information about it this whole time.
I just think we should keep an open mind at this stage in the case.
Not so open that your brain falls out.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see a trend here. It looks like both Gerald and Jane had some sort of fascination with artist M.C. Escher.
Okay, so that is interesting and
think it's more than that?
valuable.
Well, I'm not sure, but it seems like they're each searching for some kind of information. Something about Escher's time in Carlisle?
Huh. Good observation. Don't know what it could mean, but it is a link.
Oh, one last thing. Real quick, can you search the date November 22nd, 1980?
November 22, 1980.
Yeah, that was
all I
an
can find
interesting
is a
thing.
story about a guy parasailing onto the top of the St. Louis Arc.
Why did she need to remember
I
November
have a
22,
feeling that's
1980?
not what I'm looking for. Thanks, though.
Okay, keep it up.
Yep. And remember, hat. Thanks for talking.
Keep us
Okay.
updated.
Alrighty. So, let's see if... I don't know if we have any information for Eileen or that we can get any new information from her yet, but let's just double check if anything is unlocked.
Hello?
Ooh!
Hi, Mrs. Davies. It's Penelope again. How are you holding up?
As well as can be expected.
Can you describe your relationship with your son?
Can you describe your relationship with your son?
We're friends. Other moms of teenage boys are jealous. I can tell. He doesn't complain when I ask if he wants to go to the movies with me. He always sits with me at the dinner table and we talk about our days. He'll confide in me. It always bothered me that he never had a dad. He tries to hide it, but I think it bothers him too. He'd always seem kind of off after doing something with a friend and his friend's dad. I can't help but feel guilty about it. So I've done the most that I can to go easy on him and establish a relaxed relationship. I think he's turned out okay.
Okay. How's Terrence's physical and mental health?
How's Terrence's physical and mental health?
He's always out exploring the woods, climbing on rocks, walking long distances. So that should tell you enough about his physical health. He's not sitting playing video games all day like most kids nowadays. He does
we
have
wouldn't
some
want to be
gluten
playing video
intolerance,
games.
but if we stick to organic, he does much better. Mental health is fine. Of course, he'll get down from time to time like anyone, but he doesn't have any conditions.
Would you happen to know what Terrence was learning about in art class at the time?
Would you happen to know what Terrence was learning about in art class at the time?
How dare anyone
No
play video
idea.
games?
The only time he talked about it was to call it fart class.
Oh well. Thanks for talking, Eileen. And keep your chin up, okay? We're working hard on this case.
Your dedication always gives me a little spark of hope. Thank you.
Okay. How dare anyone play video games? Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a teenage boy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he sounds like a normal, everyday teenage boy. Okay, I don't think that there's anything new from John Branham. Let's just... I don't think I'm waiting on any information from him, but just in case.
You've reached the phone
Yeah,
of
I
John
figured.
Branham. I'm currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being important. So please call
Let's
again later
call the
or leave
pizza
a
place.
message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
I am gonna call the pizza place 555-3663.
Pablo's Pizza. We put the E's in cheese. How may I take your order?
Can I have one large cheese pizza, please?
One large cheese pizza, please.
Got it. One large cheese pizza. Will there be anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Pickup or delivery?
Delivery. The address is 10 Ramridge Road, Carlisle, Connecticut, 06501, room 101.
Oh, you must be Miss Pendrick. I have a note in the system here that says your tab is being covered by someone named Wesley Russell.
Ooh,
Nice.
Awesome.
Now's your chance to go crazy. Order 10 pizzas. Order the Super Duper Slurp. Order the 50-count chicken wings. We have a meatless option if that's your thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. 50 count of chicken wings? Does that remind anybody of anything? For example, 50 chicken thighs? Or chicken drumsticks, I mean? I meant drumsticks. God. Yes! That's what I was thinking too. I don't think Sergeant Russell would appreciate that. Or, I know you're just trying to get a raise, but I'm not that hungry.
I know you're just trying to get a raise, but I'm really not that hungry.
Yeah, you gotta shoot your shot. Alright, your order will be delivered in approximately 30 minutes.
Great, thanks.
Stay
So-
saucy.
We can actually time this, and at 35 after the hour is when the order will be delivered. Which I think that is a nice touch. Good job, game. Stay saucy. Okay. Alright. Boo. This is Cassie. Cassie Bobassi. I'm just wandering around, killing time until the pizza arrives. Okay, Cassie. She is very cute. Thank you. I worked very hard to make her be cute. Just kidding. She came that way. Right out of the box. Cute as a button. Oh, you had asked, is there anyone else in the building? Yeah, why don't we can knock on the different doors. So every door just has a rattle, except for Stacy's door. Stacy's door has got it going on. Sorry. So we would have done this the first day, but I mean we can do it again while we're waiting for the pizza. And then upstairs, we can't go up here at all.
What happened here?
Yeah, whoa, what happened? Rattle. 7, 208, 205, 206, 203. We have a key for 203. Yeah, it is creepy that the building is completely empty, but I think it's because the implication from this apartment is that they are trying to fix up the apartments bit by bit. And so maybe that's why they're not occupied, except the one that we're in and the one that Stacy is. Okay, and then 201 and finally 202. Whoops. All right. And I think our pizza will be there now, so we can go check that out. Oops. Yep, they slid it under the door. They slid it under the door and they really pushed, so it slid across the whole floor. Anyway, here's some pizza. Nom 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 nom.
It's so good.
Okay. Oh, careful, Cassie. I know, sweetie. Just lie down. She's excited because it would be her supper time soon. Yeah, I guess, eh? Let's see if we can see it. Nope. We are not allowed to look at it. Okay. I feel like I think now is an appropriate time for a sleep, to then trigger some new stuff. But I would feel so much better if she said, "Hey, I would like to go to sleep now." So let me actually just try to see if, just in case Mitchell has anything new to say. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, no new conversation with Mitchell. Cassie left a fur on my nose. Can we talk to Evelyn again?
Penelope, it's unlocked.
Oh my god. Okay. First things first. We're gonna spy on her calendar. Volunteer at Soup Kitchen every day from 3 to 6 p.m. I'll file that away under interesting information. Crime and
Not while
Punishment,
Evelyn
huh?
is here.
That is on our list of books that we need to look at. Yep. Crime and Punishment. Okay. But not while Evelyn's here. However, not while Evelyn's here implies that we should come back when Evelyn's not here. Let's talk to her.
How are the kids doing?
If by kids you mean plants, they're doing better. I switched the mulch like you said, and then gave them some blood meal for a boost.
Ooh, blood meal. How extracurricular of you. And yes, I meant plants. It's not advisable to give human children blood meal. People have their fur babies, so why can't I have leaf babies?
For me, babies means babies.
I'm relatively new to the area. I heard someone mention cliffs overlooking the ocean around here. Is that true? I just learned something crazy. If you're into art, you're going to love this. Did you know that famous Dutch artist M.C. Escher stayed in this very town in the 60s?
I'm relatively new to the area. I heard someone mention cliffs overlooking the ocean around here. Is that true?
Yes, I'm lucky to have such a beautiful spot not far from my house.
I'd love to check it out. Can you tell me how to get there?
I cannot. People in this neighborhood are constantly having to deal with strangers trespassing through their yards and jumping their fences to get to the cliffs. Maintaining our privacy is a constant problem. Just ask our HOA board how many complaints they get.
Okay. I'll look for nice views elsewhere.
Or I will
wouldn't
sneak
be
through your
surprised
yard
if
when
it
you're
was
not
one
home.
of those people who broke into my house last month.
Wait, what?
Might as well make a stop while they're traipsing through my yard, right?
Broken into? Are you okay living alone like
What?
this?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm not worried. This is the only time it's ever happened. And
Okay,
whoever
no.
it was seemed like a real amateur.
Did they take anything? Or what do you mean by amateur?
What do you mean by amateur?
First of all, they broke a side window and cut themselves. If they had just tried these right here, they'd have been able to climb right in. I've been waiting forever for a lot guy to get out here and fix it.
Gotcha. Climb in those windows.
Second of all?
Noted.
Second of all, caught on the broken glass was what looked like to be a piece of ripped white knitted fabric. The exact kind you'd find from winter hats or gloves. Amateur.
Did they take anything?
Did they take anything?
No, and it wouldn't have been hard for them to find jewelry or the like, but I looked through the whole house and couldn't find anything missing. My theory is that it was a kid dared to do it by one of their friends.
Okay.
Maybe. But did you get the cops out here to be safe?
No, not necessary. I'm fine.
Okay.
Why would I call the cops when I've been broken
That's
into?
what you say.
Nobody calls the cops when they're broken into. Penelope, you idiot. Anyway, you should know more. You should know better than anyone, Penelope, that you don't need to call the cops when you get broken into. It's no big deal. Literally, us, yesterday night, I just learned something crazy. If you're into art, you're going to love this. Did you know that famous Dutch artist M.C. Escher stayed in this very town in the 60s?
I just learned something crazy.
I should have
If you're
just
into
clicked it.
art,
She
you're
was gonna
going
say
to
it
love
anyway,
this.
right? Like,
Did you know that famous Dutch artist M.C. Escher stayed in this very town in the 60s?
Madam, I will feed you
how
momentarily.
fascinating. You learn something new every day.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't heard about this. Your parents would have been living here at that time, and I'm sure it was big news.
Maybe they told me when I was a kid. I don't know.
You're
It
acting
would have
very
happened
suspicious
before I was
all of a
born
sudden
anyway.
there, Evelyn.
Why are you so invested in this?
'Cause I'm nosy,
I think
Evelyn.
it's really cool, that's all. I'm a big fan of his work, especially his impossible structures like relativity and Belvedere.
I don't think I've heard of those. You'd be better off talking to someone else.
Nice chatting with you. One last thing before I head out. I'm working for the police as part of their missing persons investigation, and... Oh, Evelyn? Are you alright? I'm not here to arrest you or anything. I was just going to ask if you've been visited by a man in his late 60s, white, named Gerald Cook? Or an Asian Indian woman in her 40s?
No. Even if I was, I would have just told them to go away.
It's okay. No pressure. I've been asking everybody I run across who lives in Carlisle. Do you know of anywhere dangerous around here?
Around here? No. Maybe they were visiting neighboring towns and got mugged. Didn't you say you had to head out? I don't want you to be late.
Okay, Evelyn, you are
You're
acting
right.
really suspicious.
I
all
should
of a
get
sudden.
going. Stay safe.
Evelyn,
was
you're acting
strange.
suspicious all of a sudden. Anyway, I'm gonna break into your house so I can look at your copy of Crime and Punishment. And also see if I can get to the clip. I want to make sure before I go to sleep that I have actually exhausted dialogues with everybody who I can have a dialogue with. I have a really bad habit of not exhausting dialogues and then having everything take twice as long as it needs to. Okay, so we're gonna go home. We're gonna try to call Eileen, just in case, and we definitely have to call Sergeant Russell to tell him about the Jane Doe and the glove and the break-in and everything. 555-0927. Uh-oh, I didn't press enough buttons. Okay, let's try again. 555-0927. Just in case. We don't know if she'll answer.
This is
Okay.
Eileen Davies' cell.
I just wanted to
Please
make
leave
sure.
a message or call back later. Thanks.
Okay. Let's call Russell.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Oh, I don't? Okay. And just to be on the safe side, let's knock on Stacy's door. Just one last time. Okay. I thought I would want to tell him about the update about Jane Doe, but I guess not. Okay, let's go to bed. Okay. Nothing triggered, huh? Okay. Oops. That makes me suspicious that I have to go to Evelyn's house to trigger the next whatever I have to trigger. So let's have a nap until 3 p.m.
If I want to set the alarm, I need to press the alarm button.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Can you imagine you wake up, you go to bed at 7, you wake up at 10, and then you immediately have a nap until 3. You're like, I got my 20 hours of beauty rest. Okay. Okay. So Evelyn is away, and her windows are unlocked. We're gonna sneak into them. And then we are gonna go look at that book before we do anything else. 02. Okay. So we now have enough information to do this based on the puzzle we had. So it's Edgar Allan Poe, Complete Tales and Poems B. Then we got Charles Darwin, OX. Okay, then the next one is Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, I. And then we got Divine Comedy, NR. Then we have, the next one would have been The Count of Monte Cristo, which we don't have that, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's an O. Because then we have Don Quixote, OM. And then, finally, we've got the letter number 1 from A Picture of Dorian Gray, and 02 from Crime and Punishment.
That's it.
There we go. And by the way, room 102 is Stacy's room. Stacy's room got a box in it. Da 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 da. Okay, that's not really the song. All right, we've got a cool thing that we can click on. Okay. We got some magazines here. Okay. Is there anything in this that we can read, or is it just interesting? I don't know if we're meant to be able to. I mean, we obviously can't read any of this. Maybe that's just meant to tell us that we should take a look at her garden. Okay. We've got a prescription for... I'm prescribing 6... Is that milligrams or micrograms? I don't know. Milligrams of anxiolytic drug alprazolam. Okay, so it's an anti-anxiety medication. Take 1 pill when symptoms feel unmanageable. Continue therapy as recommended. Contact me immediately if symptoms or side effects worsen. Okay. Anything else in here that we can click on? No, that was the only thing. Okay. Can we open any other drawers? We cannot. This is just to show us some beautiful plates. There's a letter here. Dear Laura, I know it's been way too long since I've written you back. Please don't hate me. I thought about lying and saying I've been busy, but then I'd have to provide instances of me doing things, and I'm not feeling that creative at the moment. I'm absolutely not complaining here, but the one downside of not having to worry about a mortgage is that there's no sense of panic pushing me to get up and go do something every day. Pushing me to get up and go do something every day. It's so easy to get comfortable with doing nothing, but then I'll suddenly question the last time I experienced anything. Once again, I'm not complaining. This is just a long-winded way of saying I need to get out more. I did start to remedy this, however. I signed up to volunteer at a soup kitchen for a couple hours every day. I just started, so I'll let you know how it's going in a month or so. So far, I've only overcooked 1 set of pork chops and under-seasoned 1 batch of potatoes. Oh, and broken 1 plate. But the patrons certainly don't mind. They're just happy to have something to eat. And the other volunteers are happy to have help. And I'm happy to have a way to make a positive impact. I pretend I'm looking at a set of scales and adding 1 good deed at a time to conceivably one day balance it out. Oh yeah, one thing I've noticed though, there's a surprising lack of soup in soup kitchens. Maybe it's a regional thing? I love the idea of a family reunion, by the way. It's been too long since we all got together. Well, the few of us still alive. You could sell me some of the handmade jewelry from your new shop. How's that been going? I applaud how productive this midlife crisis is. You could have bought a motorcycle, but instead you started a business. Very entrepreneurial. I'd also love to see Alyssa again. The last time was 2013, right? I can't believe she's graduating high school. Time goes so fast. I've always considered her my niece, even though you're my cousin. The real term is probably something once removed. But that sounds more like a business relationship than a family member. As always, I miss you and love to hear from you, Evelyn. So it seems like Evelyn is capable of having, real relationships in her life, right? So she's not like a complete loner. That's good. We've got a closet in here. We can't go in there. Okay. So I do want to check out the backyard. allowed to look at this, but we don't get to do anything with it. Hang on. Oh, there we go. We can grab a stick. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna wait 20-ish seconds and then we'll resume. I took advantage of the break to feed the cats, so they're fully fed and they're happy. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we found a stick in her garden, and we are just kind of looking around some more. Hang on. Okay. Are there any other spots that we can zoom in on? No. Okay. No. Okay. Aha. Oh wait, no, that's where we got the stick from. Okay. So no, some more. Here. That's again where the stick was. There's here, but there doesn't seem to be anything for us to do here right yet. All right. Okay, we can't go that way. And the only place we could go right now was the garden. Okay. All right. Next up, kitchen. Apparently not. Okay. How about up the stairs? Okay, we've got a bathroom with a medicine cabinet. Okay. Alright, nothing here we can do. Let's unravel all her toilet paper. Okay. Let's go into this bedroom. Alright, we can't go there. Oh, what's this? Okay, so we have an East Coast Air ticket for Evelyn Burke. I had a wonderful adventure with you, my love. Happy 1-year anniversary to the most incredible woman. And this was in February of 2000. Okay. And then we have a diary here. So, January 10th, 2015. The therapist keeps pushing me to start a journal as a way to decompress and unburden my mind. Sounds made up, but here we go. Therapy is hard, so hard. It goes completely against my nature to sit and tell a stranger no less about my innermost thoughts. I know that if it were easy, there'd be no purpose to it, but is it the right time? I waited far, far too long to do this. That I know, but now it's given my mind a new set of worries. How do I be open enough begin to heal? Oh, okay. Probably she meant to say, how do I be open enough to begin to heal? I truly want to get something out of therapy, but I'm also walking on eggshells. January 19th, 2015. My homework this week is to sit and meditate on an especially happy point in my life. It's probably cheating to use childhood, but it has the biggest collection. The time I keep gravitating to isn't Christmas or Easter or any special day, it's just dinner. Those family dinners as a kid where mom made something good and hot to eat and we all talked and laughed and helped clean up together. Mom always wanted to brag about the great things she'd found on sale that day, and Dad always wanted to hear all the details about school. Scott was usually finding a way to annoy me, and Uncle Hendrik was always sharing crazy ideas or outrageous jokes. I close my eyes and remember the atmosphere as it was and feel a warmth inside me. But then the warmth begins to grow cold as I remember removing each chair one by one as the years passed until I sat alone. February 20th, 2015. Dr. Hayden thinks it's time for me to start visiting certain areas that I had been avoiding so as to avoid the memories there. The areas I've told him about, obviously. For example, he wants me to go to that park or that store or that theater and picture as vividly as possible the good that happened there and pretend that those who were with me then were there with me now. Treat it like I'm visiting a cemetery. Think about what has happened, mourn, and then reach for acceptance. I don't think I'm ready for this. April 30th, 2015. I'm not very good at writing in here. Oh well, I'm starting to wonder if therapy is doing more harm than good. It's been months now and I feel more down and stressed and anxious than when I began. Maybe I'm not giving it my all, but how can I? I may have to accept that I'm untreatable. Dredging up the past like this has brought back the dreams, the nightmares. It's been a decade since they've been this frequent. I'm genuinely afraid to get into bed every night. I've brought this up to Dr. Hayden, but he seems to be at a loss. It's only 8 p.m., but my stomach is already beginning to churn. May 21st, 2015. Curse you, Dr. Hayden, and curse your therapy. You've ruined me all over again. And curse Hendrik, too. You became exactly what you tried to protect us from. What have I done? 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 Destroy it. Burn it. Get it out of my head. Okay. That is a alarming diary. Okay. And we still have about an hour, so let's...
I can't reach.
Looks like we can combine this and this to create a hook.
I can't reach.
Oops. We should use the hook for it. Okay. What have we got up here? Okay, that's locked. Rattle, rattle, rattle.
Locked.
Okay, rad. Dear Ev, I know Tupperware isn't the most magical wedding gift, but I've heard from your fellow old married women friends that you'll appreciate it in the long run. I'm glad for you that things finally worked out between you and Randy. He seems like a pretty decent guy. Now I have to admit to Dad that he was right after all. I hope the rest of your life is as happy for you as today. Love, your favorite brother. I like that they never took the Tupperware out. Okay. Nothing. Oops. Nothing here. We've got Carlisle High sophomore, quarterback of the year, Scott Scardovi, 1984. Okay, we've got some photos here. November 1945, Speedy's Diner, Fishing on Smith Cove, South Grendel Street, East Side Bar, July Beach Trip, 45 Sarah Glen Avenue, Uptown Fairfield Circus in Town, Owen's Dog Scout, down by the lakeshore, Laurelton Hall School for Girls, Matilda and Jackie at a parade, Lefty, Old North, Pine Straw Street, Alice's Flowers. Okay. Oh, and there's, these are just some poems. I think they're, we don't have a lot of time. We can come back and look at the poems another time kind of deal, you know? Oh, yeah. What about this? This is a family tree. And down here we have the last little bit. So Johanna and Frederick, they are the people who got married and built the house. And then Owen was their son, and Claire, who got married in 1970. 1972, Evelyn was born. 1969, Scott was born. Ooh, out of wedlock. Oh, he died in 2000. That's a shame. And then she had married Randall Burke in 1999.
Those are undoubtedly Dutch names.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything else in here? No. Oh, okay, that's just the poems again. Okay, I'm gonna skedaddle from here because it's, well, no, I guess it's not too close to 5:30. Oh, a trowel. Okay, we're gonna go back to the backyard in case it lets me dig something up in her backyard. Okay. Wait, do I have time? I have half an hour. I have half an hour. I just need to not panic. I'm like, run. But maybe I don't need to be that aggressively stressed out about it. Okay, so where was the spot? Here. Why do you let me zoom in on this, but you don't let me do anything? Okay, so I can't use that trowel here right now. Okay, so we'll hang on to it. I thought we would be able to look at the cliffs. But you can't leave the garden. Okay, let's get out of here because I don't want to be here when she gets home. Oh, I'm stressed. Run. Okay. Let's go see if we can talk to everyone else. Is there any new dialogue at the art gallery? No. Okay. Is there any new dialogue at Novel Books? No. Is there any new dialogue at the apartment? Oops. 5557283.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Oh, okay. I have a single sketchbook page, a trowel that I don't know what to do with. I've got a key that I found in the gallery safe and a key card. I thought that the police were going to get me the address so I could go snoop around in Colin's house. Oh, Maybe I just need to wait till 6 p.m. and talk to Evelyn. I was like, is there new dialogue here, here, or here? But I never really stopped to say, is there new dialogue with Evelyn? So let's, we've got some time to kill. I'm going back to novel book. Do you think that those are Lind chocolates? I'm just saying. They might be Lind chocolate. Okay. Let's... This five more minutes is gonna take forever. Okay, it's not really taking forever. It's going quite quickly. Okay, here we go. Okay, so give it a moment. You should be home, and then we will see if we can talk to her. I just don't want to, like, go to sleep thinking that I have exhausted all dialogue options if I haven't. Okay, so that's her coming home. I love that. And then we can come and see if we can talk to her. Hi, Evelyn.
Evelyn, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I need you to be direct with me.
Ooh.
There are 3 missing people whose lives are likely in danger, and any information you can give me might help save them. Do you understand?
Yes. This was the real reason you came knocking on my door, isn't it? There's no garden, is there?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to resort to a lie, but there would have been no other way that you would sit down and talk to me. Why would you think that? It was after I came to you for plant tips that I learned the significance of your house. Let's do this.
Why would you think that? It was after I came to you for plant tips that I learned the significance of your house.
Really?
I would happily come over and talk flowers if I didn't have so much going on. I'm going to get straight to the point. I know your parents housed artist M.C. Escher here in 1962. They were the Dutch-speaking family to take him in during his sudden illness.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Why did you deny knowing anything about it last time we talked?
Why did you deny knowing anything about it last time we talked?
I had been told to keep it a secret my entire life. It only feels natural to keep it a secret still. My parents never wanted the publicity, the cameras, the interviews, the reporters, all that mess. And I've absolutely inherited their viewpoint.
That's fair. That's fair. Were there any other reasons your parents wanted to keep everything on the down low? Have you ever considered how your story could benefit the art world?
Were there any other reasons your parents wanted to keep everything on the down low?
They were also good religious folk. They would quote the Bible verse, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you'll have no reward from your Father in heaven." And they also wanted to be respectful of Escher's situation.
That's also fair. Did your parents tell you about those months? Did Escher create any new works while he was here? Any lost art?
What did your parents tell you about those months?
What did your parents?
They described the uniqueness of it all. Getting to know a great mind, sitting down to dinner with an artistic genius. Keep in mind that Escher was not some glittery paparazzi-wielding celebrity. He actually wasn't fully appreciated until closer to his death. So they weren't starstruck, but they always felt grateful to have an experience that most people never will.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Did Escher create any new works while he was here?
Did Escher create any new works while he was here? Any lost art?
Of course not. He was sick. He was here to rest. If Uncle Hendrik were here right now, he'd be talking for days.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Uncle Hendrik?
Just reminiscing. Ignore me.
Is he your dad's brother?
Grandma's brother. He always had a hard time keeping everything with Escher all bottled up, so if he were here today, he'd love to let loose and share his stories.
Well, does that mean he was here with your parents at the time?
He lived in this house since the 40s. My dad grew up with him here.
Can you tell me more about him?
Why? He was a standard-issue eccentric old man. Escher's style was an inspiration to him, and he had a lot of fond memories getting to know the man.
Oh, was he an artist?
Okay, it's one thing to pry about someone famous, but when you start asking about family members, that's officially being nosy. What is all this about anyway? What does any of this have to do with your investigation,
I'm not sure just yet, but I know 2 of the people who are now missing seem to have an interest in Escher and his time here. It's like they're trying to track down more information. But why, I don't know. So here I am, continuing their search.
Oh, really?
Yep. Gotta be thorough, you know?
You will not tell anyone what I told you, okay? Not your mom, not your friends, and especially not the police. If I have to take this to my grave, so do you.
Fair enough.
Well, of course. It's not my place to spread this around. I wouldn't worry too much, though. If people found out Escher stayed here, they'd just think, oh, cool, and continue on with their day. You might get a little foot traffic from bloggers, but I doubt it would even be a news story.
You don't know anything. I do. The secret stays in this house.
Okay, you got it, lady. Okay, so that's exhausted the conversation with her. So she's acting weird. Maybe we can make a phone call now. Uh, 339 555 0668.
You've reached the phone of John Brown.
I thought he might want to hear
I'm currently
about
occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being
He doesn't know when we're going to call him.
please call again later or leave a message.
So it's fine
I
if
will
it
get
goes to
back to you at the
voicemail.
earliest
Let's try
convenience.
Sergeant Russell.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, that's interesting. So we cannot do anything else at this time, I feel like. So we need to go to sleep then? I am feeling a little bit bummed because I feel like we might have wasted a day. Like, I feel like there might have been other things we should have done yesterday. But like nothing's triggering, and so now I'm concerned that we missed something important that should have triggered something, which is frustrating. Okay, so we can't talk to you. Like, the phone didn't ring as we were leaving the house, you know, kind of thing. So now I'm like, what did we not do? Because I have seen walkthroughs of the game that are like, day 7 you should be way further along than we are right now, and that like, we just spent 2 days where we did nothing except just wake up, go to a place, go to sleep, and I feel like that's a massive waste of a day. So I am not confident that we didn't, like, that we missed something that should have triggered something, which is frustrating. Like, because now the only thing I can do is wait till afternoon and try to go to her house again, I guess, which is like,
If I want
I
set the
feel
alarm, I need to press the alarm button.
I feel very like what a waste of a whole entire day this is. You know what I mean? Because now it's like day 6. We're certainly not going to be where the walkthrough says we are on day 7. Again, I haven't read every step of the walkthrough. I just know the walkthrough exists. And so I'm just saying, like, I feel like we're way behind where we ought to be right now, and that's stressful. But let's go break into her house again and see if we can find anything, like if there's anything new to find. I've been listening while cleaning, but I have to head out now. It's been fun. Hopefully you make more progress soon. Thanks, Jalen. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah. Can't dig up her flowers or anything yet. Okay. So, I mean, at least I tried. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have definitely messed up somewhere in a big way. I definitely dropped the ball. Majorly. Okay, shoot. Well, that's really frustrating. Yeah. I feel like there's definitely something huge that I have completely missed. Oof! I am so frustrated and annoyed by that. Okay. Let's just go up here. What did I miss? There's nothing here except that card, which is not really all that interesting. Okay. This doesn't have anything. Like, aside from it being like, yep, those are Dutch names, all right. Okay. What am I missing here? Nothing over here. No. Okay. Oof. I hate this. No, I am so stressed out. Sorry, I'm not. It's not that I'm stressed out, because obviously it is what it is, but I'm like, okay, so there is something major that I have completely forgotten, and that is very irritating to me. What did I miss? What did I not do that should have triggered a conversation, or triggered me finding something, or triggered a phone call from the police, or triggered a delivery of some kind? What did I not do? None of these have anything in them. Yeah, there's nothing in here except this prescription, which is not really useful to me. Okay. There's nothing here. Is there anything in the book? Yeah, no. There's nothing in the book. Okay. Okay, yeah. Whatever it is, I have screwed up and wasted 2 days, because whatever it is that I'm supposed to have found, I have not found it. Whatever it is that I'm supposed to have triggered, I have not triggered it. And now we are stuck. Completely stuck. Yeah, I don't know what. Stop zooming in on that. Nothing. Okay, no. In here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not in here either. There's whatever it is that I don't remember where to find it, it's not in here though. Okay. Alright, it's not to do with Stacy. Because she's not even opening her door. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Stacy's door. Yeah. Okay. And we still, we can't call the police. He doesn't want to talk to us.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay. Alright. We are officially stuck. We are officially not making any progress at all whatsoever. I am annoyed that I didn't save. That I don't have a save since Spider. So that's a pretty irritating thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna save now. What did I forget? What a pain in the butt. Anyway, and then I'm gonna end the game for now. I'll be back. Thank you everybody for joining me. I am just irked because I don't know what it is that I've forgotten to do, but I know I have obviously forgotten to do something because at this point things should be dominoes should be falling into place, but I've obviously missed something key, and I'm really annoyed because I also slept through 2 full days. So yeah, that's frustrating. Anyway, it is what it is. We will see what we can do later, and I appreciate everybody for joining me. So thank you so much. Goodbye everybody over on YouTube. Have a good night.